Yo, what's up, everybody? Apex back here. Welcome to the game. Great American experience. Do 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 do. Where's my invite? Hey, Skull. What's up, buddy? Broadcast info. That's not what I want. We're gonna do this. Yo, Skull, you want to go post this up in Tanya's for me? If let's see, post comment. I'm learning the mobile version. This is what's going on. Hi. Oh, cool. Awesome. Tow truck. What's going on, buddy? You know what? Me and my 11.5 inch hair is going to stay uncovered tonight. Oh, I guess I better turn off Star Trek. Meh. Wah wah. So who's ready for an awesome stream tonight? Welcome, welcome. Yo, we need more than my goofy ass up here on the screen. Bill. Yeah, this thing's on. What's up, man? I mean, it's on, but tune in, turn on, tune out, whatever. Nah, I just can't do it. It defeats the signature look. There we go. Hi, Florida. What's going on, man? Tim, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the game chat. Apparently, I stole the keys of the Chevy again. We go out hot rodding. Speaking of which, man, let me just tell you, I was over at my friend's house last night. Was there until about like 12:45, maybe 1 o'clock in the morning, something like that. And in between that me getting there and me leaving, apparently somebody stole the catalytic converter off a freaking Jeep. So that's the thing. Oh wait, is there a raid? Separators? Ooh, guess. Dennis. Hey, buddy. I didn't realize I could do that. What's up?
This is interesting. I'm on two StreamYards at the same time.
Are you? How's that working out for you?
I'm going to share a screen. I'm going to share you with them.
Oh, cool. I
Hey,
feel
hey,
like when I do that, I'm not. It's like a sideways Richard Nixon, but it also halfway feels like a gang sign.
see, I'm sharing your StreamYard stream with Patriot Brothers. You're on Patriot Brothers stream now.
Oh, Patriot Bros, what's up?
I don't think you can hear you though.
Oh, well, that's sad. It's okay. I'm not that important. No, you're
Uh,
right, Florida. Those are meth heads stealing
oh,
my catalytic converter.
I have to mute me. I have to mute myself and go back and forth.
Oh,
So now I'm muted on them. So yeah, I need to figure out. It'd be cool to be able to merge two streams and be able to have everybody able to hear everybody.
that actually would be really cool. That would, yeah. Oh,
I think I can do that. I think I can do that.
that would be cool.
I need my. I need
Yeah,
a
Bill.
second. I need a second mic. I need a second mic and take the the mic I have now has an output, so I can take the output out of this mic. I don't know whether the output cuts out the mic itself though. I'll have to find out. That'd be neat.
Oh yeah, you're not. Apparently, according to Ghostbusters theory, you're not supposed to cross the streams. Thanks, John.
I remember that in the movie.
Bill, what's going on, my brother?
Hey, I just thought I'd drop in. How you doing?
Cool. Oh, living life to the fullest.
How's it going, Dennis? Can Dennis hear me?
Yeah,
Hey,
I can hear you. I can hear you. Hi. I just have two streams up. I have two streams up, so I'm getting audio from two streams as well. I'm gonna drop out and then come back.
Okay. We got Dallas Baldy coming up on stream. What's up, buddy?
Yo, what is up?
What's going on, my dude?
Not much.
Hey,
I need
Dallas,
to take a dab.
you're looking sharp with that haircut, man.
Thanks.
Oh.
Yeah, I needed one bad.
Hold
Really
that thought.
bad.
I gotta go get my bucket.
Yeah, I gotta heat up my bucket. Man. Heck yeah, I thought I'd just come on here and say hello and take a dab quick. Heck yeah. Let's see where I can put my phone. Get the flag in there quick.
See, I feel like Florida Explorer needs to get up here and also take a dab with us.
Yeah. Those diamonds are really good. My friend, he had
those
some.
diamonds are nutty.
They are. I got some the stuff that I've got looks. It's like kind of like a crumble.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I got like a little bit of some butter left.
Nice. Yeah. Butter's good.
I broke up that giant diamond today.
Nice.
So I got that going too.
Those diamonds, man.
Dude,
I had GMO diamonds in Colorado. They're like 89% THC. The smell was like fumes. It was like gasoline fumes. It was awesome.
91%.
Nice. That's awesome.
Right?
So what you been up to, Apex? You been working?
Yeah, ish. Just kind of working on myself, working on the land,
Shit, breaking out the blowtorch, huh?
Yeah, sorry, it's gonna be a little loud for a second.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I feel kind of like I'm taking a risk by putting my hand that close to the torch.
I got this little thing. It's cool. It's right in my hand.
Hold up. What you got?
Hey, Buffalo Bill. Now I can focus here.
Yeah. So apparently Joe Biden is pushing some gun grab shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yes. My goodness.
And there's some governors already telling him to go to hell. There's some governors. Oh, feedback. What is that noise?
I'm sorry, that was probably me.
Got
There's a lot of governors that are saying you shove it now. On the gun. What I can't understand is some outlets are saying it's executive action and some are saying executive order, and there's a big difference between the two. Executive actions don't carry any weight.
Fire the bull.
I don't know. He's not a president.
Tanya.
So I don't recognize his authority.
Yeah, do not comply.
No.
Yes.
Not with that tyranny.
Oh. Yes, sir. Not even cleared it yet. Oh,
hey, that's a nice little piece you got there. But yeah, Biden today, what he was trying to do was pretty scary with all that gun stuff and the red flag laws where call your neighbor in and have them be sent to the hospital to be evaluated. And then the police, it sounded like the police would detain your gun until however long they felt it was until they would give you your gun back. What a mess.
Yeah, they'll keep your gun. It's theirs.
Yeah, they won't give it back. And then you'll be deemed for 72 hours in being evaluated in a mental institution. It's just messed up. It's very strange times. I'm very glad where I live there stand your ground laws and things of that nature. Wisconsin, if you look at Madison, Milwaukee, those liberal cesspools, but outside of those areas, very conservative, pro-Trump, a lot of Trump signs. It's very good. I'm glad. It's pretty much these big cities that are just full of crazy Marxist ideologies, your Marxism, your crazy liberalism, your illegal aliens, your gangs, just a mess, just a cesspool. And with the police being defunded in some areas, it's just I hope America can heal. What I do look forward to and what I read in the Bible is Isaiah chapter 58 verses 11 and 12. Those are very good, just about the healing of a nation and the future, bringing back future generations, teaching future generations of how to heal a nation. If you read those two verses in Isaiah chapter 58 verses 11 and 12, it's very good stuff for the future of America. Yeah, we can't give up. We gotta give up. We gotta stay smart.
What's all that?
What?
I have an echo too.
Yeah, just be patient.
Oh my!
Sounds like the casino.
Right? Is they playing pachinko?
playing some slot machines.
Oh, Super Crazy Ball. Oh my God. I've been coughing this entire time.
Oh.
You know when you cough so much that your abs start like rolling in on themselves?
Oh.
Yeah. Welcome to the party. Yes, sir.
I will be right back.
Hydration. So, yeah. See, I thought honestly the first time the phone went off, I thought that was some like, hey dumbass, got some backstage. That was something like that. Oh, man. Oh shit. Oh, there it is. Oh, the ab roll.
You're gonna survive?
Yo, yeah, I'll be fine. I've had worse. There was one time I used to get like side cramps really bad, like back spasms. And it would the worst it would ever get would be it would start on my left side, then work its way around my back. So the left half of my back would start spazzing out with the side, and then move itself to the right side, and then end with the abs. And that's when you hit your knees. That shit sucks. Like the first time my dad saw me going through that pain, he legit thought I was having a heart attack.
And what makes your head go through that?
Yeah, they had stuff.
Just my body's fucked up.
Oh.
Yeah. The back spasms are from former army, carrying back and shit. And then the sides are just because I'm too fat and overweight. So I got the best of both worlds.
You gotta take magnesium might help your back spasms.
That's what I've been told.
And magnesium is supposed to be good for muscle cramps because I'm getting older and I started to get muscle cramps too, so I started doing magnesium.
Right.
I'm back.
Yeah, Dallas, the whole of Isaiah 58 is pretty good actually.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it is. I'll have to read the whole chapter in its entirety.
Have you ever read the whole chapter?
The whole yeah, I read the book Isaiah. So I read the chapter as I was going through the verses, but I'll have to read the chapter again because sometimes I forget what the entire chapter is about. But thank you though. That's good to go back and read the entire chapter for its entirety. Then you just get a lot more information, a lot more in-depth detail. It's great how powerful the Bible and Scripture is, and just reading history and just things, and just looking at history, geography, looking into just a spiritual world, just in general, just all of that is just good, especially in these times for discernment.
I'll post in the chat a good link. There's a group called FAI. They're a group that has little operations all over the world. They have a couple of teachers that teach out of the Golan Heights.
Oh wow!
They're Christians, and they minister to the Kurds, whoever.
That's awesome. The Golan Heights. That's a hot spot too. There's bombings that go on there quite a bit.
They have some solid. There's a lot of yo-yos. You had people, self-proclaimed prophets doing the Trump thing and all that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You guys are solid in their prophecy.
That's good.
Let me show you. Hey, Apex, can I share the screen real quick?
Yeah.
Cool.
There you go.
Oops. Here it is. Oh, let me get the right
I think
screen.
that's how I do it.
Yeah, I was sharing the wrong screen. Hold on. Okay, try it again.
Got it?
Yeah, that's the right one. One with the words on it.
Oh, okay. Bloop. Oop. Where are we?
I love this Constitution right here.
There it is.
Love that.
Let me run something by. This reminds me of Christians that want to get together and pray, but they don't want to really do the work.
You're right there.
So this says, is this the kind of fast I have chosen only for a day of people to humble themselves? Is it only for the bowing of one's head like a reed and for lying in sackcloth and ashes? This is what you call a fast, a day acceptable to the Lord. This is not the kind of fasting I've chosen. Is this not the kind of fasting I've chosen, to loose the chains of injustice, to untie the cords of the yoke, to set the oppressed free, to break every yoke? Is it not to share your food with the hungry and to provide the poor wanderer with shelter when you see him naked and clothe him, and not turn away from your own flesh and blood? Then your light will break forth like the dawn, and your healing will appear. Then your righteousness will go before you, and the glory of God will be your rear guard. Then you will call, and the Lord will answer you. You'll cry for help, and he will say, "Here I am." People try to shortcut what they should really be doing. It's easy to call a group. It's easy to call a group together for prayer. It's harder to go do those things and give yourself to other people.
Yeah, that was really good what you read there. I liked what that had to say. I like that message there. That is good, a positive message. Especially at the end. Here I am. Just let's do this all in a good positive manner too. All in with the yoke and the giving, a lot of giving. What I got from that. That's good. So that was from the people in the Golan Heights area?
Oh, no, that was from Isaiah 58.
Oh, that was from Isaiah. Oh, my gosh. Oh, man. Oh, thank you for reading that.
I'll pull up FI thing here. Hold on.
Isaiah 58, that was very, very good. Because I was just remembering those two verses, 11 and 12, but when you read the entire thing, it's even better.
In context, yeah. You have to be careful about reading things out of context.
Yeah, that's for sure. Definitely, you can read, if you read one verse, you read the entire thing, all of a sudden you're just like, whoa, wait, what did that mean then? Like, what did it actually mean? Yeah. No, that's great that you shared that and read that. Thank you.
I'll share one
My
thing more.
cell phone is way far back, but what you're saying is
I hear pretty good. I hear pretty good. I'm showing another screen, Apex, if I can, real quick.
I got you.
So this is the guy in the Golan Heights. He's one of the two main teachers. He's a solid dude, and the channel is. I'll post this link in the chat and StreamYard. But they have a lot of. If you scroll down, you can get it down to the more of the prophecies that are pretty good. I'll post this channel link in the chat. And I'll go back to where he was talking. This is a really interesting teaching of his about end times. Whoops, went too far.
Yeah, speaking of end times, I definitely believe we're in the generation of the fig tree where all things must pass.
It's close.
Yeah. Seems
like we're getting there.
Yeah, definitely. It's just Sodom and Gomorrah, just the way I see the world and how Just some of the evils out there. It's just and how the border and what Alex Jones uncovered. I didn't realize how bad it really was until I actually saw some of those videos. Jeez, it's just how can that happen? I just think to myself, how can that happen in America on a like what? It's like the election thing, the election fraud. It's
worse
and then all the other things they did in the past, but yeah, go on though.
Hey, Dallas,
Yo.
I think it's way worse than what we thought. I think we're getting a download of a lot of information, and the people of God are more receptive to it than the people that are in the world. People in the world can't really digest a lot of the things that are being revealed right now.
Yeah, I noticed the people that aren't in tune as we are, they're able to find more of escape routes to be able to just close shut the blinders on themselves for some things that they don't want to see. Where we see it, and it's hard to just kind of turn on a TV show and try and escape from that for a little bit, because it's just so real and it's so evil, and just thinking, how can you stop it? But it's bigger than just one person, so all you can really do is pray. Thank God that you're not
in a group. You're in a group of truth seekers, and a lot of the people are truth seekers that are on this channel, and that are wising up to they're starting to awaken.
Yes.
So they're not necessarily Christians. A lot of them aren't Christians. Some of them are Muslims. We have Muslims that come on here, and they're truth seekers. They want to know the truth.
Yeah. And then you have agnostics and spiritualists and all sorts of people out there that are now getting more in tune with wanting to know what is real, what isn't. They want to decipher and discern fact from reality, especially what is the media telling them, what are the schools and arts telling them, programs and things that they subject themselves to. Is it benefiting them for something natural, or are they going to be putting themselves in something that's just benefiting one person or one collective group for their agenda to make a lot of money off your work and kind of use you in a way where people are waking up to the scams out there and the usury of people, and especially on a bigger level of in the marketing area.
Let's talk about the border issue for example.
The border.
Yeah.
Just the border alone.
Hold on.
All that money.
Hey, 2 seconds. Florida, what's going on, my dude? What's up?
Come on, Florida.
You hear us?
I'm getting a shitty signal or something over here.
Oh, are you? Okay. Right on. I was just wondering what was going down and keep leaving.
Well, hold your hands like this.
I see you.
When you're taking a dab.
God.
Now,
I feel like an alien right now in the camera.
I haven't been on a camera in a while. I'm kind of like, whoa.
There's a lot of out and out demonic going on. It's going to ramp up. It's going to get even more crazy.
Yeah,
not evil.
Especially around springtime, things amp up a lot with the warmer weather and the people sitting inside all winter with that Arctic blast, and then you have the CV that doesn't help out those lockdowns and people getting off restrictions. So you get the cabin fever effect of the cold winter, and then you have the CV craziness. Right. So that's a double dose for the normies out there of, whoa, I want to get out there and I have a feeling like the CIA, COINTELPRO are going to be talking a lot of people into doing some crazy acts like your FF things, your crazy flags, and all those.
Yeah, CIA is running an operation here that usually outruns in other countries to break them down.
Yeah, they are. They're trying to break us down, so we just accept. Okay, we'll go out from these hours of the day, and okay, like for an example, okay, the lake will be shut down all week. We'll open it Saturday, and that's the only day it'll be open. There you go. That's just an example, but it's just a conditioning tool of taking away freedoms. And
yeah, when they came out with the mask mandate, the first thing I thought of was psychological conditioning.
Yeah, same
towards
here.
blind obedience.
Yes, same here. One of the main reasons I didn't want to put on a mask and I don't is because then I would find myself naturally like, okay, I step out of my car, oh, I gotta go back get my mask. Like I didn't want that to be a habit forming thing, like, oh, I gotta get my mask, oh, the mask, oh, so I'm just like, I'm not gonna wear that thing at all. Even if I did my shoulder, my chest right here, the lung gets all messed up, can't breathe. And then I think of the Star of David.
How much? How
the
strict
mask
were they?
is nothing more than a Jewish star from World War II.
Yeah, I went.
It's before that. Star of David was before that.
I went to.
Oh, hey, buddy. What kind of bug is that?
Oh, I've
my
seen those.
screen is frozen.
We have those here.
What is it?
It's a beetle. It's a beetle.
Type of beetle.
It's a beetle.
There we go. My screen is frozen.
Come on, buddy, climb it.
I was just bringing up the point about the border. I was really in a very I was fuming over it, to be honest. The other day I was watching it on Don Bear's channel about the stuff going on at the border, and I'm talking to Hispanics, and they're like, nothing's going on. Nothing's going on. Nobody's at the border. It's not true. I said, okay.
I don't know about that. I'm in Texas.
Well, Alex Jones is in Texas. He lives in Austin.
Mm-hmm.
He went down to the border and he was filming it.
I wonder where he went.
Oh, you didn't see? Oh, we got to show him some of the films.
He went to Donna, Texas. I actually used to live in Donna, Texas.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
I lived there for a year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He also went to it's down by Eagle Pass. It's that lake. It's I'm trying to remember the name of the lake, but it's all across the river. He even showed people floating down the river that were dead, corpses floating down the river.
Oh yeah, they're throwing babies in the river. The traffickers are throwing babies in the river, raping people and all that.
They were showing people throwing children off the wall.
They're dumping them, yeah.
Some of the stuff that Owen was saying today that happened to the kids, or what the kids were saying, it was really bad. The kids, they were expressing how they were raped and things of that nature, and just
the children are
not good. What's happening? How do we put an end to it? Oh,
yeah. Just keep in mind that all of this is literally because of the Biden administration. Yeah. Biden? Oh, yeah. What the fuck? Close enough. Only worried.
It had children. 3 kids.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go.
Is my mic
to the
on?
border crisis. Yeah. I'm going to go back to when I was like 11, 12 years old when George Bush was in office. And there was 11 million illegal aliens then. And that was a long time ago. So this border thing, it's been going on, I believe from my knowledge, since the 90s, but it's really excelled under Obama with the that Fast and Furious, and then
Right.
when Trump got in office, then it actually put a stop.
No.
Stop to their
There's millions
their
of people
production
coming up in
operation.
caravans that are at the border. They're in caravans at the border. Millions.
You know,
Right now. This wasn't before. This is now.
yeah.
I thought you were
I
saying
was just
nothing
like,
was
adds a little
happening
bit
at the
of
border.
mystery, just like into where we are now is progressed like on a scale of 10 times of what we were at. It's not good. Not good.
Yeah, I misunderstood you well, Bill. I thought you were saying nothing was happening at the border.
No. I'm saying Hispanic people. Okay, look, my ex is Hispanic. Okay, she talked to her brother-in-law. She says that she was talking to him and they didn't see anything. They live in Donna, Texas. Okay, and I already know what's going on, and they are claiming that there's nothing going on. They're claiming that there's no children in cages, more children in cages than were under Trump right now.
Yeah.
Oh God,
This is absolute
And those-
bullshit. Biden,
those
they're
meetings have
standing
been
there
there
with
since the
t-shirts.
Obama administration.
Their t-shirts say, Biden let us in. You promised us. They have t-shirts that say this. Okay? Biden let us in.
So yeah, I'm sort of confused here. So you have relatives that are saying there's nothing happening, and yet we know that there's a lot happening.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
So does this mean the relatives are turning a blind eye?
I'm sorry, I'm only on a little cell phone, so I have a difficulty fitting into the panel up here.
Yeah, no,
But-
thanks for sharing this. Thanks for sharing this because it's true. I on this one YouTube channel, High Impact
I'm
Fit, some
fighting with
people in the
people over
comments were saying what Alex Jones was doing at the border was fake and staged. And I'm just like, no. Thankfully, the host of the show said they looked pretty legit to him. They looked like legit reporting to him. And to stage something like that would be pretty bad. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
no,
I know it's real. I
But
know
it's crazy how people say that. And I'm a huge conspiracy theorist and into those look into how do people stage events and stuff. But this, no, that's natural because you can just feel the evil and everything. Just
Okay. I don't want to overtalk anybody. I don't know if I am or not.
no,
I'm
you're
trying-
good.
I'm just trying to get a message across. I'm literally fighting with people right now, having arguments, discussions with people in the Hispanic community. They are claiming that nothing is going on at the border. Alex Jones is claiming that there is. We see it all over in our world. We see it all over in our social media realm and everything else, that there's massive stuff going on at the border, that they're trying to get in by the millions right now.
Yeah,
And the mainstream media is lying. The mainstream media and everybody is lying and downplaying everything what's going on at the border right now. I know that this is happening. They're downplaying it. It is serious. It's critical mass right now. They're coming in.
To be honest,
and
bro,
they have people coming in.
I would tell the Hispanics that you're arguing with that they're hypocrites and they're turning a blind eye to illegal activity, and that's shameful.
I'm about 50
Yeah,
minutes
they
south.
should at least look the evidence in the video.
Ain't none of them my kids, and I didn't send them there.
Right? Yeah.
I'm about a
Somebody
half.
sent them.
I'm about
There's somebody.
50 minutes. I'm about 50 minutes south of Dallas, and they're housing immigrant children in the Dallas Convention Center. So that's easy to verify.
Okay.
You know, if any of us could decide how many children there would be, it would be zero.
Yeah.
To get my point
Leave the
across.
kids out of it.
What I'm trying to say is the evil stuff that's going on in this world. There's massive human trafficking and child trafficking. They're taking those kids over the border and they're killing them. I'm telling you that right now. They're killing the children. These children are dying. They're coming in, they're being filled up, and the churches are picking them up and taking them to undisclosed locations. This is going on right fucking now. And anybody that wants to placate it and play around like nothing's happening, they're full of shit. I'm going to tell you, they're full of shit. These children are being brought in as child sex trafficking slaves and to be killed for their adrenochrome. This is happening right now on our border by cartels, and it really is happening.
You know, Bill, it wouldn't matter if you had it on video. It wouldn't make a difference. You could have it on video and put it on the news.
You get killed.
It won't matter.
Florida, that's sad, but you have a point. And
it literally won't matter.
You're right. I was gonna ask if it was adrenochrome, but you added,
Well, I had never heard of it until like a year ago, but I
are under the age of 8. They're under the age of 8. The vast majority of them are under the age of 8. That these vans are pulling up.
None of us decided what age they're going to be.
From the Catholic Church and from other what they call non-government agencies, NGOs. They come with vans. They have a shirt that says staff on the back. This was happening. Alex Jones filmed it. They called the
cops. You can have it on video, and it won't matter.
It won't matter. It's not mattering.
They control the whole narrative.
What's up, Will?
They control the whole narrative. And as soon as you engage in their shit form they got going on, they're going to define your argument in their terms, not in yours.
Right.
And
they'll kill you.
And you could have the president of the United States bragging about a bribe. You could have his son turning in a laptop with the receipt. It won't matter.
Here's the thing. The fact that you lied on the
Christie spoke out against Biden today.
It won't matter. They will.
See, I agree with Tim Pool on this. The Democrats need to come together if they're really about gun control.
Not about that.
It's
never about any of that.
They need to come together and say, "Hey, Joe Biden, turn in your son." Because
it's never about the issue. That'll never happen. They have no shame.
Check, for with drug use.
They don't got no shame. Yeah, trying to negotiate with them or reasoning with them is just it's just almost impossible. It's just
I don't think it's
their
impossible.
agenda or the highway fascists.
I don't think
we
it's
didn't
impossible.
make this shit what it is. They did.
Yeah, well, we could do something about it by speaking up about it and making people aware of it. So that's what needs to happen.
You can have it on videotape, and it won't go past us. Literally.
It won't. It probably won't.
There's some people that are waking up. Now the people that watch CNN every day, but people that are in the middle, there's people that are waking up. Thankfully, the media they're going to pick it up, of course. But
what makes this chat so great is that we are actually discussing this. That's what makes this chat so great.
Minds will look into it.
Say what, Bill?
But there are a lot of people that are blind.
I said, what makes this chat so great, if you hear me, I don't know if you hear me or not.
Yeah, we hear you now.
Well, what makes it so great is that we are voicing this and there are people listening. Right. So maybe it's not going to make a difference, or maybe it will.
It will. Because you never know what the third spot.
I don't look at the negative. I look at the positive. Maybe if we do talk about it, it will make a difference.
Just like the guy in front of this grocery store, Bill, that hands out flyers. You never know the third person that hears that information from your hand. You never know who that third person might be. But there's going to be 3 people at least that hear or be told or see that information 3 levels up. They may just be picking a piece of paper up out of the parking lot and look at it.
I'm a positive thinker. And I used to think I was nothing more than a voice in the peanut gallery. And I have seen things that I have said, words of encouragement that I've said to people that I didn't think would make much of a difference, but I said it anyway. And it made a difference. It made a difference. It happened.
Yep.
I'll start with my first example that my eyes were open to my little peon voice, okay? My eyes were open to this. So I had a cousin who was a general contractor in a time right after Jimmy Carter was president, and there was no construction going on. Everything was a shithole. Jimmy Carter fucked this nation up bad when I got out of the Army. I'm going to tell you that. That's a fact. Every other house had a for sale sign in front of it. Everybody was trying to sell their house. I got some messages going on.
Who's beating back so bad?
Somebody's got an echo.
It sounds like echoing.
Yeah, it's getting rough.
Oh.
But yeah, no, but the strongest power we have, the biggest thing we can do is refuse to comply. Stop listening to their shows. Stop listening to their information. Stop paying attention to their orders. Stop buying their shit. Stop paying for, putting money in the direction where they profit. And they will go away because there'll be no money in it. And that's all they're in it for is the money.
It's always been about
refuse to comply. Don't follow their directions. Don't pay attention to their rhetoric. Don't listen to their propaganda. Just refuse to turn away and walk away. Like I said the other day, the biggest miracle of July 6th was that there wasn't a riot. There were more than 2 million people there that day. And all they did was turn around and walk away. And they lost all their power. All their dramatic rhetoric would have been called for if the millions had descended on that building.
Yeah.
Because they'd all be dead and hanging.
Man.
Here's the thing, though, Emerald.
Took all their power away. All their stuff became bullshit. Their talking points became shit. Their talking points became exaggerations. 1.5 million people turned around and walked away.
They got control of the newspapers, the radio stations,
yes,
the cable news station, the local news on TV.
Turn off the boob tube.
All of it.
Turn off the boob tube. Get away from the propaganda.
Down to this newspaper here.
And that's why prepping is so important, because they want control of the food and the water and everything else.
Yes. Don't pay attention to them. Turn off the boob tube.
Well, my point is, I would go farther and say don't engage in any of their shit.
Correct. Right. And Trump's doing that right now. He's calling for people to boycott these companies and these special interest groups that are doing all this bullshit.
That's what I'm saying.
Report on a lot of things in Jacksonville. They do not even report it.
Nope. They don't. You hear all about the bad shit. But the Patriots
this is bad shit.
None of the good shit about what the Americans did.
This is bad shit. One guy shot his girlfriend in the face and in the stomach. She was pregnant on Super Bowl weekend. There have been like 30 children killed by under 16, killed with guns over in Jacksonville every year for the last 3 years.
Oh.
They don't mention it.
Right.
They only mention what fits their agenda.
It fits their agenda. Exactly.
So
fire in the motherfucking bowl.
Yeah, fire in the bowl.
Well, they'll spend all fucking morning talking about the weather.
It's not going to be easy to boycott all these things. It's not going to be easy to change your habits and not watch their shows and their news articles and their fucking idiots.
But there'll come a time where they won't be able to be ignored though, because they want to control food, water, everything.
Grow your own food.
Oh yeah, that's what I said. That's why I said. That's why prepping is so important. But there'll also come a time where they'll come to your door.
And that's why you buy guns and ammo.
You know,
I think it'll be too late. I think we need to take some actions now that aren't violent.
That's true. Refuse to comply. Defund them by not giving them your money.
And vote the 21 Republicans that were against Trump out. Get other Republicans in 2022.
Sure. Work towards it. Got to bottom up. Got to bottom up.
None of them are working for us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna crash out. Good to meet you there, Dallas. Take care.
Yeah, you too. Have a good one.
Take care.
Hey,
Take care.
Thanks for
bless
reading
you,
Isaiah
Patriot.
58.
Lord bless you, Wizard, and take care there, Bill.
See you, bro.
Yeah, man.
No,
You
it's
just gotta
like, man, you go out there and you tell the reporter that if you ever see an investigative journalist on the street, which you won't see one, but if you do and you give that interview, you're gonna be the next fucking shaman guy they fucking put in jail. You know,
Right?
they'll
Right.
smear you.
That guy.
They'll say all they do. This is what they do. No, they say, "Oh, we got some wise guy over here." Go through the Rolodex. Oh, well, he just happens to be a lone wolf, fucking bear skin wearing shaman. We'll put him with that.
Right. Wacko.
And then
Extreme. Right.
Bill over there
I'm
on
not
the
not
West Coast.
skinning
he
bears,
thinks he's
right,
a
Liz?
wise guy. Oh, we'll pull up. We can't do another lone wolf. Well, fuck it. Why not?
Try to use some
Go right to
discretion.
the Rolodex.
Use some discretion and trust your intuition. If you know they're trying to set you up, don't freaking fall for it. Don't be like the shaman guy, you know?
Well, it don't matter what the shaman guy is about or anything. They painted him with a brush already.
That's conservative.
They defined him in their terms.
Yeah.
And it's not.
I know, but I'm saying you're going to know that probably. So what you know, if you got any intuition, if you got any discretion and any diplomacy, you're going to understand what they're freaking digging for, and you just avoid it. Just don't fall into the trap. You know, there's some people out here, like I said before earlier, you know, there's people out here that are truth seekers, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're Christian or not Christian, or if they're Muslim or whatever.
Yep.
The point is they're seeking the truth, and that they're our brothers. I don't care. You know, people that care about knowing the truth, they're our brothers. It doesn't matter if they're Christian or not. That stuff doesn't matter. It matters if they are seeking the truth. And I don't care if he's even a devil worshiper. I don't care who he is.
Dude, they crushed the Tea Party fucking 12 years ago, man. Wiped them out. You don't never hear about them, do you?
Oh, they're there.
Real patriots.
They're there.
Too.
The Tea Party. Man. The Tea Party became an Q. That's what they did.
Right. Yep. It's just
another name. It's just another name. And they're going to try to crush the Tea Party Q, whoever you are, because you're on the side of truth. You're on the side of truth, and a lot of these people are truth seekers. A lot of people that are in the Q movement, that were in the Tea Party movement, that were in any of these, you know, pro-constitutional movements, are all just looking for the truth, and you're looking for nuggets of information that's going to help them, you know, understand how to defeat this mess.
Honestly, I feel like my main point in all of this is my advice would be to not engage with, you know, if people ain't gonna get right and they don't want to see it, then don't engage. That's my advice. That's what I'm doing personally, myself, and that's what I would. Because
that's how I feel.
You see that, Dick Florida?
That's exactly how I feel. I feel like I'm just walking around with a bunch of zombies around.
When it's 2024 and you were the only one who didn't take the vaccine.
How serious I
And
think
don't be so dumb that you think that you can convert their asses. Because a lot of these people, no matter what they do, they're going to be the devil's children one way or
they
another.
can't see it, they don't see it, and they won't want to see it.
They're not meant to. They're not meant to.
See, okay, I'm gonna relay a story here, and I know I may have said something about it before, but don't get me wrong, I love my mom, but she's one of the lions in the lion's den.
Who?
Like, you know,
Who is?
no matter what I say to her, it's like, I don't know.
Oh, your mom?
Yeah, it's just here's the fucked up thing about it. Pardon my language, but here's the fucked up thing about it. She's
They're
a
gonna always
registered
think they know
nurse.
better than you.
You would think that, the medical training that she has had would say better, right?
Right. No, well, they don't teach that. They don't teach critical thinking. They teach instructionals on procedurals.
No.
Right.
No,
Okay.
Here's what
your
I
mom
was
is
getting.
probably a product of the medical community, and they put a lot of peer pressure on people because my ex, she's in the medical community. I'm in the medical community because I'm prior EMT. Okay,
Right.
I was a licensed EMT, so a lot of this stuff, like Wizard was talking about, he said, on the box, our supervisors used to tell us that you don't want to wear a mask over 15 minutes. Now they're telling them to wear a mask all day. You see what I'm saying? It's part of the programming. It's like they're like taking an authority over you, and if you want your job, you're going to comply. So
if you're not of sharp mind, here's the thing: if you're not of sharp mind, you don't make good critical thought.
Right. So that's why you need to breathe air. Okay.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the point that I was getting
What
to.
happens with a mask, Apex? What happens with a mask? If you wear a mask for a length of time, okay, you get carbon buildup in your bloodstream. It's not about building it up in your mask.
Oh yeah, no, you can sure get bacterial pneumonia from wearing the same mask for hours and hours and hours on end.
You get a level of asphyxiation.
Yes,
all
there
right?
are levels of asphyxiation.
You're walking around asphyxiated. You're not in your right frame of mind. I see these fuckers jogging with masks on.
Oh,
and
there was really in there was some high school coach who was just fired because he said he would not make his players, his student players, wear masks during track meets.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah,
that's sad.
Yeah,
because you need oxygen. That's why you need oxygen, and the masks restrict that the CO2 buildup from what you breathe out. You know what when people hyperventilate, you have to stick your face in a paper bag and breathe in the paper bag to calm yourself down.
Yeah.
Okay, to lower the oxygen levels, to create a hypoxia, so that it dumbs you down, it calms you down, it deadens your senses.
Oh. I'm at this point of not caring anymore about other people's feelings because of all this.
Well, they just take their feelings right where they came from.
I don't even care that I make her cry when I'm like dropping truth bombs on her anymore.
Yeah, you should care about those feelings though.
I should, but here's the thing: I know for a fact because I've seen it all over. It's the same with every fucking one of them. They're crocodile tears.
Yep.
That's what they are, and I don't feel a single bit bad anymore.
They're playing your ass.
That's the freeing thing ever because once
I like to think, you know why they're crying? You know why they're crying? That you just exposed how badly they've been lied to.
Well, right.
Yeah. You got to figure every aspect of their lives is tied up in one way or another in that lie and in maintaining that lie. They can't
And
change it.
maintaining that lie. You bet.
They
Love to live in their shoe boxes. I call them shoebox people. They love to live in the shoebox. They have this one persona that's outwardly facing.
Oh, Lord.
Everybody's got to believe that's true. And then when they get home and close the doors, it's a motherfucker, this and that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And give me the bottle.
They're
I'm
locked
gonna hit
in.
that thing and smoke a crack pipe. You know, fuck
You are hitting it on the mark,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, you are.
Well, it's because I'm detached in a way almost.
they're living in that lie. I call them shoebox people because they're really who they are. Is in that shoebox they keep in the closed door section.
Like, I don't know. Just
Yeah.
here's
I've
the
never
problem.
been in
That's something. Yeah, I agree.
Oh,
I've never been a responsible guy or anything like y'all.
what's this responsibility?
You know, I mean, I know.
Just use your discretion, man.
No, I
Just
mean,
use
I
your
know that
Right.
you
You got the intuition. You know when you're giving somebody a truth bomb, a truth cookie. Who said truth cookie? I think it was Wizard. Truth cookie.
Truth cookie
know,
sounds a little bit more palatable.
Yeah, but seriously, they'll choke on it. They'll choke on it. Truth cookies, they choke on it if they're not ready for it.
Yeah. Oh, here's what it is. Here's the thing. A chocolate chip cookie. Just think of the most wonderfully soft, hot, warm, fresh out of the oven chocolate chip cookie.
That sounds good.
They could be the best piece of food on the planet. But as soon as you start shoving it down somebody's throat, they're going to spit it back at you.
Dude, not me. I want give me the fucking shit cookie first.
Okay. You get a chip sandwich.
That way the other one don't taste a little bit better.
They're going to throw that cookie up no matter how good the thing it is.
Don't try to
Or how good it may be for them. They're going to throw it up. They're not going to.
Okay. From now on, Florida gets the shit sandwich and the rest of us get cookies.
There you go.
I'll put it on the shitty end of the stick
I guess if he wants
and
it.
make s'mores.
Yeah.
Fire in the bowl.
Fire in the bowl.
Brought to you by Sausage Gravy Biscuit Farms.
God.
Huh?
Um,
No, man,
George Carlin, he was the first one that I heard the term shit sandwich.
Yep.
I love that shit, man.
Yeah, they could give you a shit sandwich with a smile, but they're still giving you a shit sandwich.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, if that shit sandwich has got mayonnaise, bologna, cheese, all this, but a tiny little bit of shit on the sandwich, just a tiny bit. It still makes it a shit sandwich. It still makes it a shit sandwich.
Yeah.
All right. It doesn't matter if it's just maybe it's just fecal matter from microscopic. Maybe it's microscopic fecal matter. Still makes it a shit sandwich. It doesn't matter.
Hey, I told you one time, I had some friends, and one of them had a shed, and the other one had a Camaro, and another dude had a trailer. And so I set it all up to where we could move the trailer, and the dude was going to make $100. And I told the guy, I said, "You ain't even got to move the trailer. I'll push it on." And I used car rims, and jacked it up and pushed it on there just about by myself. The whole time he was bitching about he was going to hire some help. You know, we were late. You know, the guy with the trailer was late. So we get all the way back from the one side of town to the other. And the dude tried to run off without smoking a doobie with me. And I was like, you ain't going, you know, because I'm not getting paid. None of this. You know, everybody's making out with the car and the shed and the $100.
Right.
And I'm doing all the work for nothing. And so then, like a week later, the dude says, "Hey, I saw where that guy's selling that Camaro." And I said, "Well, I don't know nothing about it." He goes, "That's kind of fucked up. He's trying to sell it." I said, "Well, let me tell you, man. you done that deal with him. I said, I didn't buy that car from you. I said, my name ain't on the title. And that ain't my shed that you traded. I said, I have nothing to do with that. He says, well, it's fucked up how he did it. And I said, man, fuck you. You know, because he was like complaining about it. And I said, dude, do you know you're trying to give me the shitty end of the stick? And I ain't even got no stick. I didn't have nothing to do with it. I set it all up, did all the work and everything.
Wow.
So basically, what you're saying is that $1,000 Camaro was actually a shit sandwich.
I bought it from the guy for $500 and sold it for $800. And it run.
Duh.
Yeah.
Wow.
If I saw a car, I don't care if it's Camaro or what kind of car it is. If it's got a blown head gasket, I know I'm going to be digging deep into that freaking engine.
Yes, sir.
Not really.
No, not really. You just take off the head,
Lamp.
put them back on.
All right, okay, but I don't want to go into taking the heads off and replacing the head gasket and resurfacing it and resurfacing the fucking block. You're not hearing me.
Yeah, I'm listening.
My very first
you had a
thing
microphone
when I ever looked at a used car is check the dipstick, the oil dipstick. If that shit has metal shavings in the foil,
If it looks like it's a metallic paint, stick it back together.
I bought the coolest car you ever saw. It was a freaking Oldsmobile Tornado. I don't remember. And it had the biggest badass engine you ever saw. And I bought that, and it was blown. After the third day, I got it from the auto auction. I picked it up for $500 from the auto auction.
Oh, wow.
And I thought, this is cool. The electric windows worked, battery worked, everything worked, and it ran great. And all of a sudden, 2 days later, there was water coming out the exhaust pipes.
Oh,
and I'm like, oh shit, man! I got fucked. I got fucked so bad. And so I found out that Jerry rigged it. They put what's that? STP engine treatment that's supposed to gum up your freaking lifters and everything else so they don't make a noise. You know, yeah, that heavy shit oil, whatever they put in there. So it was running great until I freaking 2 days later, and all of a sudden, man, I started getting water coming out of the exhaust, and I realized I knew I had blown head gaskets.
Yeah,
right.
So that's your shit sandwich. That's your shit sandwich.
That is a shit sandwich.
You get your below.
It literally is. The gasket's in between the block and
Exactly.
Nice land there, Florida.
I love it.
It's looking good.
Cool.
So I tried to return it, and they wouldn't take it back. So I knew they jury rigged it just to get it over the auction block.
Yeah.
Now, I worked at an auto auction. I worked at a major auto auction, and I knew the little shenanigans that these dealers do.
Yeah.
So this is later on after the fact, but anyway, it would have cost me a ton of money to get the heads resurfaced and everything.
Well, you may not have had to do that.
No, I was going to have to do that.
So it was a Pontiac then.
No, it was I told you it was a.
That's right.
Tornado.
Tornado. Yep. My bad.
It was a Tornado. I would have had to get the heads redone. It was a big block V8.
That engine's got such high compression that it's gonna fuck this head.
Apex,
So-
you ain't never seen an engine like they built in the
But
70s.
I didn't know this. I was in my 20s. All right.
I mean, I was
I
telling
just had a kid. I
they
just
don't
had
make
a
them like
kid.
they used to.
I was down there.
Yeah.
I was in Donna, Texas, where all the freaking border shenanigans are going on. I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
And
Dude.
I didn't know this. And I finally, and somebody told me, he says, oh, no, you're not just going to be replacing head gaskets. You're going to be resurfacing those heads. And I'm like, how much is that going to cost? And he says, well, we're going to have to put it on a mill and everything and make sure, you know, we get it right and everything. And it was going to, he was racking up the freaking money, man.
You
It
can't
was
know that until you.
It's like, yeah, never mind. Crap it.
1,500, then we went 1,000, then we went, you know, $2,500. This is in the 1980s. $2,500 just to get an engine running. That was a lot of money back then.
Yeah, you get another engine for $500.
Yeah.
Yeah, just get another engine. Go to the junkyard, get another engine for $500. Throw it in and go.
Exactly. Exactly.
Crap, yeah. You're not going to know what's wrong with the engine until you take it apart, though.
Right, but if you were the one to take it apart, because in those engines, those days, you could do that fairly simple.
Yeah.
You could pull that intake off, take those heads off, take them to the shop, get them surfaced for about $100 a piece.
I did mine with a file.
And then turn around, put them back, get brand new gasket set, put them back on, get your torque wrench out. Yeah, I've built those engines. I know how to build those engines inside and out. But a head ain't so bad as breaking the block or pulling a mains or something like that.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother book. That's a whole other book.
Yeah.
I had a Honda Civic DX hatchback one time. And, I was a dumb kid, thinking I was going to do Fast and Furious type shit. The water ended up getting into the engine in the winter, and it froze and cracked the block.
Oh, I hate that. I had
a
Thunderbird that did that. It messed up the block and it blew. But this one had the freeze plugs, the copper freeze plugs, and it blew out the copper freeze plug instead of breaking the block, which is great.
No. Yeah.
But once those freeze plugs pop, they don't stay in for long.
And it's just a cup.
Yeah, it's just like a lid off of like a jug or something, and you get it back. You get it right back in there properly. But I'm telling you what, that son of a bitch ain't gonna stay for long. I mean, you might get about 10,000 miles out of it. It's coming back out.
The thing about Japanese cars, if you get a Nissan or Toyota or a Mitsubishi or one of those kind of cars, you can get an engine that's got like 33,000 miles on it for like really cheap for about $1,000 or less. And
but you don't downgrade. You upgrade.
They swap their engines out. They swap out their engines. I'm trying to tell you something.
4-liter engine, you want to get that V6 2JZ.
Let me finish telling you. They swap their engines, all their engines in Japan, out at about 33,000 miles.
Yeah, they do.
Whether it needs it or not. So you can pick up engines that are imported into the U.S. that are they're full engines, right? They're just pulled out. They've got everything on them. They've got the everything you need on it for about the last I checked was $1,500. It's probably higher now. It's probably around $3,000. But for $3,000, you can get a complete engine to stick in your Toyota.
I'd rebuild it.
I know that because I actually just recently priced one out.
I'd rebuild it.
You can get an R32 Skyline engine for about $10,000 imported.
Dude, you could rebuild it for $500.
Yep.
Well, you can do what you call an overhaul.
Yeah.
What's up, Huckleberry?
You can do a deep overhaul or a top end overhaul. You can overhaul an engine for less than $500 if it's a top end overhaul. If you do a deep overhaul, it's going to be around $800,000, something like that.
Well, if you break into an engine to do an upper end overhaul, you better do the lower end overhaul because it's going to blow out a lot quicker because that top end's going to be full functional.
Yep. And you won't know what your bearings look like.
Right. And you better do the lower end at the same time. Yeah, I'm telling you. I've seen it happen.
The older engines, you don't have to do the lower end unless it absolutely
No,
needs
you
it.
don't have to. No. Yeah, you're right. Yep.
You
right.
what that would include on the lower end is they go in and they hone the cylinder walls.
Right, and they replace the mains and they replace the bearing on the piston rods.
Yep.
And
then
they might even replace the rings.
they might even replace the rods, the lifters.
Generally, no, they just replace the bearings. So you got a wrist pin bearing and you've got a crank bearing.
Mine doesn't have a
for each piston.
But your lifters, a lot of times, it's just the springs get weak. When you start hearing that ticking noise, like in a Toyotas and Nissans do that shit all the time. And the other one is Subarus. They always get these freaking weak lifters, and you think it's weak. All you got to do is torque the freaking lifter springs, and you're good to go.
Well, you soak them. I soak them.
That's why VTEC.
I soak mine, but I got a 524 lift cam and that.
Right?
We got to talk about this shit. Come on, man.
Now, Florida, I will say that growing up, I was around like all my dad's cousins, and there was nothing but between 67 and 69 Mopars.
Oh man! Now we're talking slant six technology. I love it.
Steel one.
Freaking get
my dad's cousin Jim's got a. It's a Dodge Dart that's got a 446 pack in it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that thing fucking screams.
Dart dusters.
I love darts.
Now the strongest engine, my favorite Dodge engine was the 383 Hemi.
Yes.
Yeah, that's actually what. That's what my dad's cousin Tom has. He's got a 69 Roadrunner that's got that Hemi in it.
That's that's not a full Hemi. That's a mini Hemi. But it's a freaking awesome engine, man.
Yep.
446.
It's a wedge block. It's a wedge block.
I had one lined up to put in my Barracuda. I was going to put a mini Hemi in my Barracuda. Yeah, I had a 67.
That's one that I miss. Dad's cousin Jim used to have a Barracuda that had a max wedge in it, and that thing was fucking crazy.
The 440.
Dude, my inline six. I did this in front of my aunt's house. I smoked the freaking tires. I had studded snow tires, and I shot all the studs out all over the freaking neighborhood. I had sparks and fire flying. I'm not with an inline six in my Barracuda before, and I had a mini Hemi all lined up. I was going to put a mini Hemi in it, and I was like, "This freaking slant six is badass. I really don't need a mini Hemi." So I was on, I was on the cusp of buying that mini Hemi because this inline six. I freaking got it running so good. I mean, I'm not shitting you. I could smoke anybody in town.
I had built a 351 Windsor. I custom built it out. I put 302 heads on it.
Yeah.
With the oversized valves for the intake.
You put Cleveland heads in it.
No, I put 302 heads.
Yeah, I know what you did.
I put 302 heads on a 351 Windsor and had the valves cut out for 351 and the 302 head. Now, and then I had the 32nd edge put on those, put a half-inch cam in the edge, took the Motorcraft carburetor, it was a complete sleeper, and replaced the jets in the two-barrel carburetor with the secondary jets out of an 1850 Holly. And put the spring pump out of the 1850 Holly, fit right into the fucking 450 Motorcraft carburetor, and turn around. I could bunny that son of a bitch. I had a C6 transmission with the extended shaft for the Lincoln Continental in it, and a pickup truck hard case 10-inch rear end.
Jeez.
I put 500-pound leafers helpers underneath the leaf springs to keep
I
the
got
top
the same transmission and shaft.
and air shocks to raise the body. I could bunny hop that 67 Cougar.
They built some solid shit back then, really.
That's so
My drive shaft was 17 inches long.
God, man. That's crazy.
Right? I know, right?
That's hilarious.
You couldn't put the transmission mounts. So I put a mount on the transmission that just had the hole for the bolt. And then I welded a mount onto the frame that had a bolt, had a rod that went up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Because if
It's only on one side that thing is.
if I lowered the body
Yeah.
down to where I could damn near rub tires. I had we put magnesium rods under the plates underneath it.
Oh,
So I could drag on the cruise night, and you could still lift it up and make it look like a like a whoa, whoa, whoa. And then the car didn't idle, really. It whoa, 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 and it would move the car with idle. Then turn around. If you were driving it if you're driving in a neighborhood, it did 35 miles an hour when you took off the foot off the brake.
Right. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Beast
I
right
never
there, bro.
So
yeah, you don't. Yeah, I know, and it was a complete sleeper look car.
Yeah.
So as far as it was candy blue and had the mags on it, but when you pop the hood, it was complete sleeper because you look in there and you see a 351 Windsor, like stock.
Yeah.
You didn't see nothing else, no special head gaskets, no special. I did have an Edelbrock top on the air cleaner, so it had a full throat flow.
Right.
And that was it. But that's how much. I sold it to a guy, and years later, I sold it because I had 3 kids and I couldn't get 3 car seats in the back seat. Okay, so I had to get a car I could put 3 car seats in. There was just no question about it. My kids come first, so I sold it off. That guy, not even had it for 2 weeks, and he threw the rear end out of it.
Let it drive it.
So he did a bunch of work and got it back up and painted it.
Because if you let off to the gas when it's fixing to shift, it'll fucking jam that hole.
Oh yeah. Threw an axle rod out, man. Just completely shared it off, threw it off the car, and burned it up.
me being a bastard,
thing I've
dude.
ever.
So he paints the car purple. He sells it to another guy. Get this. I managed to find out what happened to this car afterwards. It was my baby, it was the one I built, the first badass I ever built. And it was my personal hot rod. So
Okay, I know.
hey Kimmy, how you doing?
Hello. I come on tonight because Crackhead evidently heard you and got me up because I went to bed.
Rock on.
And I was leaving the chat play. And I went to the store today and I found something for Ranger and Princess or Angel.
Ranger heard you. He's here.
Hi, Ranger. Hi, baby.
Sorry.
There's a new thing from the Toll House, the little chips that I use to make my fudge.
Yeah.
And this one is called vanilla cake.
He's over here licking his chops already. He's like, he's gonna fall on me. Like, please give me some. Please give me some.
So I'm gonna make it. I think that's the reason why Crackhead got up, because he heard me. I told him that when I get these made, I'm sending Ranger some too. So I got some vanilla cake of the
Come up here.
chips. That way they ain't There's no chocolate in it at all.
Well, make sure you send plenty of chocolate ones too.
Yeah, I got the original chocolate
All right.
things to do it, but I couldn't find none but regular jars of peanut butter and the frosting to make Rangers. But
Yeah.
now that I
quit,
found
man.
these chips,
I'd quit
I
if I was
don't got to worry about that. And I actually found some Reese's peanut butter chips too. So I ain't got to worry about making it with the frosting now. I can
Oh.
make it with the milk.
Oh, okay.
That way they ain't
I
going to
wouldn't do
be
it.
so hyper.
I wouldn't do it, Kim. I'd quit.
No, I love the
You don't
my
pay enough to
dogs
do all
love
that
it
shit.
too.
Yeah.
It ain't
And
that
you
much.
shall.
I mean,
What's
and
up, Andy?
I'm
it's
playing.
great treats for
I'm
them.
playing. I was just playing.
Yeah, they love him. He loves it. See, look at him. He's like, please, Dad.
And
What's
I'm
the
also
mood?
gonna send something extra. I found some regular peanut butter cookie mix that I'm gonna make because the dogs love peanut butter cookies. So I'm gonna send Ranger and is it Angel or Princess?
Princess.
Princess. I'm
Oh, man,
sending
we
Ranger
have
and
boxers.
Princess some cookies.
He
There,
loves
now are you
He's
happy?
like, oh.
Okay, now since I told you that, and God bless you all, and I gotta go to back to bed
All right.
because I gotta get up and go to a foot doctor in the morning.
Oh, well, good luck with that.
Yeah. Thank you guys. I talk to you later.
God
Good
bless
night.
you. Sweet dreams.
Girl,
God
Shaw.
bless you. Love you all.
I'd try to see a both feet doctor, not just one.
Earl Shaw in the house.
Girl Shaw is in the house.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how you know he's a good doctor. He's a both feet doctor, not just
He's the
one.
both doctor.
Man, you guys got me all kind of riled up about my Dodges and stuff.
Oh, yeah. I didn't get to finish the story. Get this. He fixes it back. He paints the car purple, sells it to another guy. I actually ran into this guy, recognized my car, even though it was purple and had been body worked. I recognized it already because the headlights do this little thing because they're closed headlights. And they do this thing, and I walked over. I was like, "You just bought this car, didn't you?" He goes, "Yeah." I says, "Let me show you how to fix that." And I showed him how to fix the headlight thing. And he's like, "Oh, no shit. It's that simple." I was like, "Yeah, this is what you do." He goes, "How did you know that?" I said, "This used to be my car." I was like, "You want to know something else about this car?" He goes, "What?" I said, "Pop the trunk." He goes and he pops the trunk, and I reach up under the back dashboard and I show him the spare tail lights. Because every once in a while, control boards, they need a rest and they'll stop working. And there's nothing wrong with them except for they're just kind of like getting tired. It's really weird, but they do. So you swap them out and they work great. And you just put the old spare pieces back up under the dashboard, underneath the rear window dashboard. And he says, "Oh, wow, I never even knew that shit was there." I was like, "I know, right? I figured you didn't." Because I put them there.
That's hilarious.
Right.
I couldn't go back and see what he'd done to it if it was my car. I couldn't.
Well, he wrecked that car. He wrecked it. He trashed it. And turned around. He took the engine and the transmission and put them in a Maverick.
Oh shit! Yeah, like a grabber.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Those are
It was
badass.
a badass Maverick,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah,
It was a badass
I
little
bought
Maverick.
two of them: a grabber and a fucking like a, what did you say before? Comet. But the Comet was in pieces or something. But it was
Where the
a real
Comet was,
fucking
yeah.
grabber. It was the first It had the thing next to the headlights on the grill.
Oh, are you talking about the one?
It was they made it only that first year.
Oh, I don't know. This was a plain Jane Maverick where it was before he modified it. But
Okay,
he had to put wheelie bars on it.
Yeah, I bet, man.
I bet
it was just too much for that car. He put wheelie bars on it, drive around the streets.
Dude, I could have bought 2 of them for $200. Only one had the title though.
The only thing I can remember about Dodges is they don't have a rear end that can handle the freaking torque. So you wind up you wind up tearing out drive lines and the rear end in Dodges.
Well, that's why they went to the limited slip.
Yep.
And
That's
it happened
differential.
It happened with the Dodge trucks when they put the Cummins in it. The same thing happened. They would rip out the U joints. They'd blow out the rear end in them
because they didn't use clips.
They had to upgrade everything. Well, they had to upgrade everything. Dodges have their own issues, you know, that Ford and Chevy don't have. Chevy's got their own problems.
I wouldn't mind having a Power Wagon though. Those things are cool.
No.
Oh yeah. Oh dude, yeah, like 82 or 83. Those are fucking badass, man.
Midnight time.
Yeah, well, like the Chevy Blazer, for example. The Chevy Blazer and the short bed trucks, they all had this little spot right under the power steering unit the frame would snap right there. So Chevy started making these aftermarket brackets that you would put in to reinforce the frame right there under the power steering unit, because they had a powerful power steering unit. The problem with the Fords is they have power steering units. Every Ford you hear, I don't care if it's a brand new exclamation, the exclamations and the exploders, they all have this they all have this whine. When you turn the wheel, you could hear it because they all have power steering leaks. You could hear this when they're trying to turn.
Yeah,
that's because they're all that way. All of them, even the pickup trucks.
The older ones, there's a way you get that out of there that you have to know, and because mine did it.
Yeah.
They have been doing that ever since the 1960s. They've had that power steering problem.
Mine is fine so far. I haven't had any issues with this, except
Chevy and GMC has such a strong power steering unit that it never does that. But they get that frame. The frame in the truck needs to be reinforced. So I welded it in my last GMC truck. I think it was an 83 or 82.
Wow. That's nice. Yeah. Like Sierra. Yeah. Oh man. Well, they had a Cheyenne back then.
It was a short bed. And I could put a shell on that thing and it looked just like a freaking Blazer. It looked the same thing as a Blazer. It was a short bed.
Yep.
It was a pedal jumping mofo, man. I'll tell you right now. Now I have a 08 GMC. My last one was, 1982 or whatever. It was early 80s. So, yeah, I could put a shell on that and turn it right into a freaking Blazer, man.
I always had GMC, I guess, for the last 20, 30 years, 25 years or so. And before that, Chevys. But my first car technically was a 76 Dodge Charger.
Happy birthday to Colonel Shaw's son. He's 18 today.
But
Ooh,
I was
now
a
you can
Ford
kick
guy.
them all out of the house, Shaw.
I was a Ford guy back in the day.
What was that?
I was a Ford guy back in the day. I had,
I never.
you know, all my trucks had that twin I-beam suspension, and the problem with the suspension is my kingpins would always go out. I always had my kingpins go out on me, and I always had heater core problems. Heater cores always went out. I can tell you exactly the problems that they had, and you know what? They still have them. It never changed. They still have them.
I've been having good luck with this so far.
And the voltage regulator would always go out in them. I'd always have to get a new voltage regulator. I hated them.
Now I am using that.
But I don't hate them. I hate them because they have that frame twist. Dodges don't. Dodges have the strongest frames, and they're the strongest. They have a heavier gauge steel and a better quality steel in Dodge trucks.
I'm kind of impressed with this fucking thing I've been building, man. I have to say, I am impressed with every fucking.
Now I got a recommendation for all you younger guys out there, and it might do you well to listen to this. And that is, the next vehicle that you get, make sure it's got a frame and not a unibody construction.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
So the reason behind that is
that's why I sold that 91.
Hold on, time out, everyone. Hold on.
You have investment. You can wreck a vehicle that's got a frame, and you can still straighten the frame, and you can still replace the quarter panels, and they're totally modular if they got a frame under them. Don't buy something with unibody construction. And younger guys are starting to figure it out. As far as an investment goes, the other vehicles are fine. I mean, I see people buying Jeep Cherokees and all that stuff. But if I was you, if I was any of you guys that are younger out there, listen to my advice. Buy a vehicle that has a frame. Don't buy a vehicle with unibody construction, because a frame can always be straightened, and the body parts are always modular. Just a suggestion.
That's why I sold that 91.
That's better. It sounded like there was like running water in the background or something. I was like, what is that sound?
I'm riding in the Cadillac. So
I actually turned my phone down because I thought it was coming from outside.
Okay. Apex, is it my phone, you think? It's my stupid little phone.
You're good, Bill. It was on Wes's end.
I had shared my screen earlier.
That's what it was.
You screen sharer. You screen sharer.
I know when I do that every once in a while, it does that. It makes a echo and weird stuff. And the feedback that we do get from Bill's mic is echoing in here, and that probably sounded pretty crazy.
Hey, I'm sorry, I don't have Wi-Fi where I live.
That's all fine. You're fine.
So I'm just on data. I'm on my data plan.
That's all up on, brother.
I supposedly have unlimited data, but they do throttle me.
I don't think it's your connection, but I think maybe your speaker's too loud and we're picking up on it.
Well, I don't have control over my speaker. It's just my phone speaker.
Yeah, that's the problem.
All I can do is turn my mic off. I can turn off my mic.
You can find a way to set it on something that doesn't.
I can't bring the volume down on my speaker. I can't. It's a cell phone.
Well, what we hear and that you can't hear is like when you hold the phone, it's not silent. It's like
cracks and crackles and
nonstop, and you can't hear it because I have the same issue when I get on with y'all on my phone.
It's true, you do. You have that issue.
Because I'm using up my data to be on this stream right now.
You need to borrow some? I'll loan you some.
You can't.
I got it right here.
I'm on T-Mobile.
Oh, let me crank it up.
He's powering up his Wi-Fi.
It'll take it a minute to get warmed up. No, it's you're cool. We know it ain't it's your fault, man. You know.
No, you know what? I used to have Wi-Fi, and I used to have I had a laptop and all that stuff. I had all the shit. I even had the computer room, and I had everything that you could imagine, flatbed scanners, all that stuff. It was all set up, and I don't have any of that anymore because it cost me nothing but grief. I followed the plan, man. I had fax machine, all that shit. I had it all. Inkjet printer. I had laser
You need
printer.
all that, bro. You just need a simple laptop.
No, I had all that back in 2000. Back in the year 2000, I had everything more than you can imagine. I'm an old guy.
A laser jet ink tattoo.
And I followed I listened to these people, and I kept thinking to myself, man, if I just had that one thing, it would help me in my business, and I could get rich. And it never happened.
Yeah.
Laser
But
jet
home
printer ink.
office versus business office, you know.
I thought if I had that one cell phone, that one kind of cell phone, I would get rich, and it never happened. Everything
So
I
you
thought.
fell into the consumerism aspect of it.
Well, in 2000, everybody thought that way.
I
It wasn't.
mean, you're not wrong.
I was in prison.
You know, everybody thought that way, and some people think that way now. I saw my brother-in-law, and he had green screen in his background. You know, he works for a mortgage. I don't know, some kind of a, you know, one of those companies that helps you with your finances and shit. And
Financial advisor?
a financial organization. He works for a financial organization.
Yeah, no, you didn't give us no details.
So he can put a background in that looks like he's sitting in his office when he's actually in his basement. And
Cool.
and it was cool. It was kind of like what Dennis Espinosa has.
Right.
Yeah.
And he could make it look like I mean he could turn that into a CNN studio if he wanted to. And
That's
you know,
cool.
we could all do it. I mean, I could do it. I know how to do it. I could make a freaking CNN studio out of my house. And it's real easy. Green screen. All you need is the green. You just need the green paper.
Hey, can you green screen me in some friends here? I need some drinking buddies.
Yeah.
Oh, herbal.
Oh, fire in the bowl.
So I turned my mic off. I know the echo is not.
See, I'm in the Cadillac. I can just hit the button on it anytime I want.
Well, the echo's coming from somebody.
Let me go refresh. I hear it now.
Dave's right. Those deepfakes are what's going on now. Oh, God. Oh, it is good. Hey, buddy.
It's Apex. I think it's Apex.
Yeah. Hold on. What's up?
Better.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I muted Wizard's mic.
That probably was me that time, though.
No,
No,
that
it
was
wasn't.
Wiz. I've got it
It was.
muted.
Looks like
It
he's
was
wearing a
good.
mask, like one of them, like he's gonna rob a train.
Yeah.
Don't it?
No, it's perfect now.
Well, I mean, don't it look like Emerald sitting back there with a mask on, fixing to rob a train?
Kind of, yeah. The hell?
Yeah.
I wanted to say something to Andy there about his BMW,
Yeah.
and if he wanted to change the automatic transmission to a manual, whoever did that will also have to add in the clutch pedal. And I don't know how BMWs are with that. You know, it may have like a panel with a plate over it that you could remove and it'll be easy. But if not, you have to get another whole pedal assembly to go with that transmission. So that's why it's hard to find someone to do it.
I'm sorry, Dale. The 2013 Jeep Cherokee is a piece of shit. And that's coming from somebody who's got a 96 Cherokee.
Right on.
Nah, man. Any of these new fucking Jeeps are shit. They're rattle boxes and they'll basically explode on impacts. Body panels flying everywhere. Fucking fiberglass pieces of shit.
So I would just like to acknowledge the people in the chat because I want them to realize that I'm reading the chat and that we all are. But there's a guy, Andy's the 188.
Yeah.
I want to say hello to you. And I'd like to say hello to TBDH20.
Yeah,
Toyota
he's cool.
for the win.
TBD in the house.
Colonel
I see
Shaw.
Alec 2150.
Shaw.
Andy's the 188.
Yep,
Colonel
he's
Shaw.
cool.
Lord
Skullgrazer, what's up, man?
Oh, hey, Andy, come up, brother.
Dalek.
It's past his bedtime. Yeah, come up and drink with us, man.
Dalek 2150. Hello. Welcome to the chat, man. I don't want to be rude and take over the chat or anything, but you know, I kind of feel like when people are out there in the chat, they kind of feel like nobody's paying attention to them.
I love talking to the chat, man.
Yeah.
The chatters are awesome. Yeah, Dale, I would probably we'll start looking for something. How long have you had that?
A lot of times when I say something, I'm really just interjecting something in between y'all's conversation into the chat.
Dalek 2150. He says he's been lurking a while.
Oh yeah, Lord Skull's right. The new Jeeps were bought out by Fiat or some shit.
Skullgrazer, he's the bomb, man.
Yeah,
dude, reading the chat's my favorite. You know, and bullshitting.
Yeah.
My favorite part.
You people are on crack. You're right. New Jeeps are Fiats. You're exactly right. That started about 20. I think that started. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was about 2003 when Fiat took over.
something like 2003, 2004, something like that.
Yep.
And they'll have to tie into that harness also.
And what Fiat did is back during those years till about 2013 is they were putting that bullshit minivan engine in them. And that's I think Fiat actually fixed all that shit back in 2013. They started putting a better engine in them. The engines that are in them right now from 2013 forward are better. But they're still not the inline slant six. The inline slant six was the bomb for freaking Jeeps, man.
Yeah, that's what mine's got in it. Well, except for the fact that it's been converted. I've got it instead of the 4-liter. I've got a 4.7 stroker kit on it.
No problem, Andy. Shit, you can still drink one with us, right? All I need is somebody to just say yeah, because I'm ready.
Yes, sir.
And I don't drink that often, but when I do.
Yeah, daily. Mine was a 96 Cherokee. Yeah.
People like Jeeps, but I never had one.
See, I like it, except for the fact that it likes to not be at its peak performance all the time. That's the one problem, and that's partially user error.
Yep. What happened with Jeep is Jeep really was trying to bring back nostalgia back to the Jeep when they created Gladiator. The Gladiator it's not a good vehicle and it's not a good investment. You're talking
really
a $40,000 freaking truck. Okay? Stay away from the Gladiator. The Gladiator is a bunch of bullshit. It's nothing more than a Wrangler with a little extended bed on it. Fuck the Gladiator. Fuck Gladiators. I live in Utah. Look, I live in the Rocky Mountains, okay?
Oh, well, yeah.
And
Wow,
the Gladiator is a piece of shit in my state. I'm going to tell you that right now. They're overpriced, waste of money. If you're going to get something,
you would be better off buying a Toyota Tacoma over a Gladiator.
Yes, you would. Exactly.
I know somebody. Yes.
Or
now those
a Toyota Land Cruiser. The new Land Cruisers.
Yeah, those Land Cruisers are pretty nice.
Dude, I know two people that had them Tacomas with over 400,000 miles on them.
Dude, right?
I know two people. Yes. And they are running strong, man. Them Tacomas, and it's 4-wheel drive. V8.
Yeah.
Oh, Dale, no, we know you don't have a Gladiator. We're just talking shit on the Gladiator.
The Gladiators.
There's the difference.
Look, I had a 1968 Gladiator. The Gladiators they have now are nothing more than a Wrangler with a truck bed. They're not a real truck.
I never had heard of them until you said it.
Yeah, I didn't even know they made a Gladiator.
I thought it was the movie.
Yeah. The last good Gladiator that was ever made was made by Kaiser Jeep. Kaiser.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I know what it is.
So do not buy a Fiat Gladiator.
Well,
quit making those at 55. It's a $40,000 piece of shit.
Now, I will say that one of my dream vehicles is a 1945 Willys Jeep.
Well, that could be a dream vehicle, yeah.
I think that would be so cool. And you can pick them up relatively cheap. Like we're talking now, when I say relatively cheap, I'm saying like between $10,000 and $15,000 cheap.
Fuck that, man. You guys
now
are
with
crazy.
that,
I wouldn't spend that kind of money on a.
Well, now hold on. With that said, you're buying a piece of history.
It'd have to be something for me to spend that kind of money.
Yeah.
It better fucking do something.
Right. Mainly, I want to unless it's already been done. I want
you got to figure out what you want to do first.
I want to turn it into an original World War II Army looking Jeep.
All right.
Maybe put a mount on the back. Who knows?
Well, what happened with the Gladiator is there was a period when International made them, and there was a period when Kaiser Jeep made them.
Right.
And there was also a period when Willys Jeep made them. So the ones that were made during the Vietnam War were actually the Kaisers.
Yeah, those are the Kaisers.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So the Kaiser had a better back in the 60s when the Kaiser was making the Gladiator for the Army, and they were being used by the Army to great extent. They had better hubs. Okay. So the hubs, the locking hubs and everything were a lot better in the Kaiser than they were in the Willies.
Yeah, I know what you mean. They put flimsy shit on that shit back
Yeah. And after there was a company that started making hubs for Ford and Chevy called Warn. That was the name of the company. The Warn hubs were not even nearly as good as the Kaiser Jeep hubs. So I had a Kaiser Jeep hub, a 1968 Kaiser Jeep. And I'm telling you, that truck would go anywhere. And I never had any problems with the hubs or the locking mechanism inside the cab of the truck. But what I did have problems with always was wiring. And my wiring burned out 3 times. And I got new wiring harnesses, replaced it, and it burned out again. And it burned out again. And it burned out again.
Huh.
So I got to tell you, Jeep never really fixed the wiring problems, even to this day.
Well,
I
didn't
know
that
the
because
Fiat and everything, but they have not fixed it.
well, didn't they use Ford shit for that during that time? And that's why that happened?
Yeah, because Ford supposedly also fixed the Jaguar, right? Ford bought Jaguar. And everybody thought, well, okay, now that Ford's bought Jaguar, we're not going to have wiring problems anymore. Bullshit. Ford is not exactly.
Dude, the 60s Jeep Gladiator looks sick as fuck.
Man,
It looks nothing like what they've got now.
oh man, it took me about 4 years to do that. What it is right now, and I never regret it. And because I thought about it for a couple of months. I said I think I could do a body swap on these, and turn this old man looking truck into a fucking mean fucking machine. That is bad. Yep, that is badass.
So what
Dude, that was sick.
when you buy a Jaguar that's a pre-Ford Jaguar, is you want to replace all the switches and all the wiring harness, everything in the vehicle. The Jaguars that are pre-Ford, before Ford bought them.
Well, hey, where's your back?
Oh, you took your mask off.
Right? It looked like you were robbing
like you had
a train or a bank earlier.
Bandana.
I love Jaguar. I love Jaguar. I seriously love Jaguar. I love the body design. I love the engines in Jaguar, but I hate the wiring.
Well, yeah. It's a Jag.
Hey, I once rewired a Triumph MGB.
Ooh, how did that go for you?
I rewired it with 16 gauge wire and never had a problem again.
Listen here.
There you go.
The British refer to the electronics as electrics. Okay? Enough said. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, I'm just saying that thing had nothing but problems with the wiring. Yeah. So I did wire by wire replacement, rebuilt those wiring harnesses myself with 16 gauge wire.
The fucking Brits, the fucking limeys don't even say it right. They call it electrics. They don't even say it right, let alone do it right.
I thought about doing that, Emerald, because I have basically 2 circuits. I want to run it up with that voltage regulator.
You don't need all the extra bullshit they had on.
Yep.
Yo, you don't need all the extra bullshit. And
They
you
got a
can get,
one wire distributor.
you can get 14 gauge with the truck. I'd probably go 14 gauge.
Yep.
I messed up and got, I think, 16. It's kind of big. I'd rather use a little bit
No,
smaller.
16
But
gauge
it won't
is
matter
fine,
because I ain't got to run no current.
Right, 16 gauge is fine, but build those wiring harnesses yourself.
Yeah, I've got the relays for if I want to, you know, actually have a bus bar type thing I want to use, but
Well, the connectors themselves are okay. You can actually get the wires back out of them a lot of times, and then you can set and what I did was I would put
you
the
mentioned
wire
that.
in. Right, I'd put the wires in myself and then deep solder, and then deep solder them. Fill the socket up with solder.
That's what I'm going to do. All the same color too.
Well, I would do separate colors so you know which wire is what.
No, I'm not.
Especially if it's a power wire or a ground wire. Those need to be. No, you need to make sure you put red on the power and black on the grounds.
Well, I know that,
but I'm just saying the other wires can be whatever color you want. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going with all white.
No, use the wires that it says in the repair manual. Okay, use the color code that it uses in the repair manual. Do that.
I did to tie into my alternator coming out of my. It's got to read 12 volt load to go into the voltage regulator, which on my regular is black, green with a red.
The British color code,
and then one hot to the distributor, and fucking the fuel pump. Really, dude, I'm actually real impressed with that. The power that thing makes.
All I know is that once I built the wiring harnesses myself. There was never another problem with that car.
Yeah, I just didn't know if I could do it better than they did it. I didn't really think like that. But
you can.
I did. You're right, and I'm just wondering, could I just fucking just bypass? Because
hey, fuck it, man. We're American. We could do shit better.
50 years old. The wires. They use
fuse
like
box
pliers to crimp that shit.
Yep.
To make it was amazing when you see it.
Yep. If you want really solid connections, you do solder.
Yep.
Every single wire I strip back, it's just black, all the way as far back as I could.
And don't use those shitty connectors.
No, I solder.
You need solder.
Heat shrink them. I got dielectric grease.
Deep solder it. Don't use the shitty connectors.
No.
Deep solder everything, and then put shrink tubing on it.
I solder it.
That's wrapped in
alcohol, dielectric grease, and then heat shrink it. If it's
I wrapped it in electrical tape. I put electrical tape on it and shrank it.
Well, I hate electrical tape, and I ran out too. But
so do I.
But my buddy wired up my harness for me, coming up to the front of the engine with electrical tape.
Apex does this shit for a living, I think, don't you?
What's up?
Don't you do this shit for a living?
What, the race car shit? Sort of.
You do electric?
I'm making cooling systems.
No, that was Bill that said, or that wasn't me that said that.
Now, I will say Dalek is right. There, and I believe it's the Jaguar and Austin Powers is an old school J-type.
Yep.
They used on British cars, they used fucking aluminum wiring. You hear me?
Well, they use that on boats.
Fuck aluminum wiring.
I got some.
Every bit of aluminum wiring, strip it all out and replace it with copper.
I got some right here connected right now.
I almost dashed into my bowl.
Strip it. Listen,
in the
take it
bowl.
all out.
In the bowl.
Brought to you by Sausage Gravy Biscuit Farms.
.com.
Use multi-strand copper wiring. Don't use aluminum wiring. Some of that
No,
stuff
no, not for that. I'm not. No.
in the British vehicles were aluminum wiring with single strand wires.
Yep,
The,
DC travels between the wires. That's why they use stranded core.
the British are fucked up when it comes to electronics. They do not know anything.
Shit, who does?
The Germans.
Anyways,
The
I
Germans
ain't never
do.
seen it.
The Germans do everything right.
I have never seen electricity.
Follow whatever the Germans do. You'll do it right.
German technical superiority.
Shit, yeah, man. Bosch spark plugs, and anything German. Anything German in your wiring, in your electronics.
I would say
Well,
90%
hey, Riz, you think you
of
close down,
mechanics is common sense.
close the chat down for me tonight?
So what?
Think you could close chat down for me tonight?
Oh, I thought you was gonna stay on. I was gonna stay on till midnight and let you carry on, my friend.
Oh, I gotta be up at 6 o'clock in the morning and tomorrow.
Oh, for what?
Yeah. I trust me. I wish I knew. Mom said, "Hey, you got stuff to do tomorrow," so I'm gonna find out 6 o'clock in the morning.
Be careful. She probably scheduled you for an inoculation.
That's where she disowns you, man.
Well, we're gonna find
Gonna give you
out.
the ultimatum. This is the ultimatum. Be
Maybe,
ready for it.
maybe she'll get off my back if I do some yard work for her.
Nope. This is your ultimatum, buddy.
Right.
She's gonna make you take the vaccination.
See, I'm still not going to, but
Don't do it.
nope. I refuse to comply.
Just try to make it back sometime.
I will say this. I walked into Kroger the other day because they lifted the mask mandate here in Indiana, at least for certain counties. And I walked into Kroger the other day without a mask, and not only was I greeted warmly and happily, but I didn't get shitty stares in the store either. And there's half the people in there shopping without masks. Well, let me tell you what, that was awesome.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Dude, I'll go weeks without talking to somebody.
Right? Well, it's out of nowhere. It's like, oh, well, we lifted our mask mandate. I guess everything's back to normal now.
Well, it's that invisible threat, man. That invisible enemy. It's wherever their mind is. It's wherever their mind thinks it is. It's whatever their mind thinks it does. It's endless. Can't see it.
So, German, anything German, you can trust it.
Great show. That's cool, man. Dude, I wish I could show them my truck, man. I'm fucking kind of proud of that thing, man. I'm halfway building a machine out there, man. It will get it too, man.
I'm freaking happy for you.
I'm
thrilled. I never owned a Ford either. Never been a Ford guy.
Alrighty, guys. Well, I'm gonna jump off.
No, you're not.
Talk to y'all tomorrow.
No, you got another 30 minutes, man.
Oh, do I have 30 minutes?
You got 30 minutes.
Take it easy, John. It hurts.
You got 30 minutes.
I can make it. Let me go refill my water. I'll be right back.
All right.
Oh, it's feeling better. His vagina's feeling better.
Oh, shit, man. Where's Colonel? Colonel still here? Hey,
it's his birthday, man. He's drunk as shit right now.
Colonel Shaw.
Andy's in the chat.
It looks like an RV in the background of Apex's, don't it?
Hey, Andy, what's up, man?
It looked like an RV park right there.
I saw an accident one time on YouTube, and they showed an Audi get in an accident, and I'm telling you, all you saw was wiring. everywhere.
So, Colonel Shaw, you got to get a negative test to go to Germany, huh? Oh, that sucks.
But the Germans got their shit together when it comes to electronics.
I'm gonna do that though. I'm gonna wire my own circuits, man, and just
This moment of hydration is brought to you by the well outside my house.
oh man, I've been waiting for somebody to say something, man. I've been waiting just for somebody to say it. Nobody wants to train with me.
Where
I'm
you?
not an alcoholic. I'm not. I
Yeah.
rarely drink.
So, when are you heading out there, Apex?
What's up?
When are you heading out?
It's gonna have to end. Here's the thing: my Jeep is not roadworthy whatsoever right now.
Like
for the
I
highway,
got underneath the car today,
like highway miles.
and let's just say it's not roadworthy.
Look,
I probably
what you
shouldn't
do?
drive it even down to the store until I fix it next.
You know what you do? You drive it
What?
until you gotta fix it.
That's where I'm at.
That's what you do.
Yeah. The
It's
I thought you
U-joint
already fixed it.
for the front passenger is just it's shot.
I thought you fixed that already.
No, not yet. I've been
We'll give it
putting
a
it
couple
off.
thousand highway miles. You will fix it.
That's some highway miles. I will fix it, Tim.
That's what will happen. Cheers, man.
See,
Rock on, Kurt.
it's not going to be hard. It's not hard work.
Yeah,
But now I have to add on top of that changing the rear tire because it's probably sitting on the rim currently. And then
Just
my
put it
exhaust
on the rims,
rusted
man.
through all at the same time.
You ride the train tracks. Get that thing on the train tracks.
Train tracks.
Hey, I moved a trailer, an aluminum trailer, onto a shed, onto
Yeah.
a trailer with two rims, two steel rims, and I just pushed it on there all by myself.
Huh.
Yeah, man.
Well.
That was a great idea, and I knew it was going to work. And went out there the next day and did it. Yeah. And then that's when that guy was upset that the other dude sold the Camaro a week after they did the trade. I said, man, I had nothing to do with the. I said, you didn't do. I was there moving the trailer, so the guy that owned the trailer could make $100.
Right.
And I said, I don't want. He goes, let me give you something. I said, nah, just burn one with me. Well,
that one's for you, Colonel.
I'm doing all the work, and
it's
took
2024, and you were the only one who didn't take the vaccine.
Hey, there's Kevin 777, man.
Hey, what's up, Kevin?
Gavin.
Either way, it'll be all right, Apex.
What's up?
You ain't got to make excuses to us, man. We already know. I mean,
So as of right now, I'm just kind of waiting on my buddy Kevin to see if he'll come around and be like, "Hey, let's head out."
right.
So
right,
man.
Well, actually, I say that.
So what's it gonna? How long is it gonna take to get your Jeep fixed?
Probably 2 weeks, given pay and stuff, because I got my parts and stuff. But everything needs to get done. I can do right here at the house.
It took me a couple of months to do.
Yeah. Oh man, to change out the U joint? No, I'm just gonna take the tire off, pop off the hub, and just take the whole assembly in somewhere.
You just have a U joint issue.
Hey, Apex.
Yeah.
Is your Jeep? Is it a Cherokee or a Wrangler model?
It's a Cherokee.
Right
it's
on.
the XJ.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dude, I'd run it into the ground and then fix it. But I mean, not run it
basically
into the
what I've
ground,
done.
because it's your, you don't dog your shit out. Is what I'm.
I
But
mean,
run it. No, you'll be.
You say that.
I know you'll be the one putting
Okay.
the miles on it, so you can
On
baby
the
it as
upshot,
much as you want.
We got 176,000 miles on this Jeep.
on the Jeeps, they're modular. Okay,
Right?
that's the good point about the Jeeps. They're modular, and I know the Cherokee is a unibody frame,
Right.
Really, I didn't know that,
yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't have a frame. It has no frame.
dude. I
No,
sold that
no,
91.
no, it
because of
does.
that.
It does have a
It was
frame.
built.
Yes,
I
it
know
does.
because I've got weld plates on to reinforce it.
What year is it?
96.
That's why.
Yeah.
98 do not have a frame.
The fours had frames too. That's why this one here has been salvaged. They salvage titles. You can't get insurance on it, so you can't get it legal.
As long as you have a frame, you have a car that has got a resale value.
Yeah, we got that. I'm gonna fix this. I want this one to be a property mule.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
probably what's going to end up happening to this. I'm going to probably switch the insurance over this Ford Explorer that I've got.
So everything on your Jeep is modular if it's got a frame.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That means you could swap out a quarter panel. You could get a quarter panel. It's an investment. It's an investment vehicle.
Right, and that's the thing. It's just I don't know. Dad
Is
keeps
it all
trying to
metric?
talk me into selling, and I'm like, dude, this thing's
Probably.
just fine. Just stop being a pussy and let's fucking fix it.
No, you drive it until the wheels fall off, and you put
Yeah.
it back in again and drive it some more.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what you do. It's your shit. Isn't that what I just said, Emerald? Like,
Yeah.
way.
Like back that
No,
way?
I mean,
Yeah.
that's what you do. You know what I mean? Because then you'll be able to know what is the exact issue, and you can rebuild it however much you want.
Right.
You got to decide what you want to do. I'm glad I did that with this, man.
See, one of the things that, and this is the biggest problem is that the floorboards are rotting out.
With the unibody. Fuck, that sucks, man.
Like, actually, it shouldn't be a problem
Just
because
throw you
it's
some
all
screen
steel.
over it, man.
I should just
Toss
be
you a
able to
little
weld
rug
it
over
in
it.
the pan.
That's why they make fiberglass.
That is true. But I could just weld in the new pieces metal.
No, fuck that. Just put fiberglass.
Nah,
Throw some mesh over it.
will last a little
Watch
longer
out.
than fiberglass.
Fiberglass will anchor to the rust. Fiberglass will anchor to the rust.
Get you a
Yeah, but I'm
you got a
gonna cut
grill, you
out the
grill
rust
steaks
so it
on it,
doesn't keep
throw that
rusting.
over it.
Cut the rust out, you
Pop
treat
rivet.
all that, and then you put the replacement panel in.
Yeah, that's how you do real body work.
You pop rivet.
These Mako Earl Shy fucking Bondo jobs just don't
Hey.
cut it.
No.
You can't see the ground, man. You're doing it wrong.
All I do is I pop rivet some new metal in there, and then I freaking I break out the Bondo and the fiberglass.
I hate Bondo. I wouldn't use that.
Well, here's the thing: is you can't leave Bondo exposed to the elements, it's porous, and it'll just melt.
Well, the thing is, you're relying on a temporary substance for a permanent solution. It's never going to work.
Yeah, I mean the closest thing you're gonna get to
It's like when you run flashing on the roof.
I get Bondo jobs that are stronger than steel.
I guess I wouldn't use it. I don't know metal work though. I'm not a metal guy.
well,
I've done body work.
I
I've
would-
plenty
I
of
would-
Bondo jobs that I have plenty of Bondo jobs under my belt, and if you do them right, they last forever.
Okay.
If you don't,
Yeah, I
Well,
wouldn't
yeah,
even
if you
know.
do them right.
I would not know.
do them right, and you use as little. The trick is to use as little of the Bondo as possible,
Yeah.
and then seal that shit properly. And in the proper time when the primer dries, you paint the damn thing.
Yep.
You know, I'm guessing that when I tried to fill in a dent that was probably that deep on a door of a 76 Charger, it was about that long. I did that when I was 15 or 16, man.
You don't know how much pop riveting I did. I did so much.
I would
pop
love
riveting.
to do that though, with like
Pop
panel.
rivets are so cheap and fast to do.
Yeah, yeah.
And all you got to do is Bondo on the top of it.
I'm not digging that Bondo shit though. I don't. I
They
think I,
got the stuff
No,
that's kind of
listen.
like Bondo. It's called
Don't
new
use
metal.
Bondo.
It's supposedly not
I'm gonna
porous.
crosshatch my
Don't
metal.
use the Bondo glazing. Use the
I'm gonna
kitty
get a good
hair.
crosshatch pattern on my body panels. And fucking
Kitty
rivet.
hair. Kitty hair. You know what that is? You know what kitty hair is?
I
Are
do
you
not.
talking about the Bondo that's got the
It's just
fiberglass
like
strands in it?
It's like chopped fiberglass, and you use the kitty hair, and you use the red, the typical red catalyst. Okay, the bonding agent, and you just use that. That's it.
Hmm.
Kitty hair. It's
I've never
just,
worked with that.
it is
Never.
fiberglass. It's fiberglass. It is fiberglass.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've never worked with that.
And
Just
then all you
the-
do is you take a DA over the top of it. And then after you DA it, if it looks like you don't want to deal with it, just put some Bondo over the top of that. That's it. It just, the only thing is you got to worry about, if you're talking about reselling the car, then you want to weld metal in there. But if you're not reselling the car, because what they do is they come over with a magnet and they look for dull spots, and they'll know there's Bondo in there.
yeah.
But if you're talking about a floorboard, fucking Bondo the shit. Okay?
Throw a screen
I'm
over it
not
and
sure I
say,
can
"Don't
Bondo
wait
a
on it,
hole
buddy."
that I can see the road under.
You might hit the ejection button that way.
I
Now
never
that might be a
ever
place
had
like a
to pop out.
floorboard where I would put fiberglass.
I
No,
never
no,
had
you
to pop
pop
out.
rivet them in, like
I would use
Yeah.
fiberglass on a floorboard.
lay the pan right over
I
it.
mean, I guess I could like lay some fiberglass mat and just resin the fuck out of it.
Glass is actually better than steel.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
In the situation with a
Hey,
floorboard,
I ain't putting that shit in my truck.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. I could literally just peel the carpet back, lay out some fiberglass mat, resin the fuck over it, and then put the carpet back in.
Just run the roller all
Exactly.
the way around it.
Yeah, that's a thought.
That's the whole thing like a tube.
that's easy. That's easy.
I had holes in my floorboards that were big enough to stick a 6-pack of beer through.
Yeah, dude. If you can't see the ground, man, you ain't doing it right.
Wait, hold up. I
Before,
think you have that reversed, sir.
before I fixed my truck,
I'm not building a wheel stander. That I would need to see the ground for.
no, it's like the Flintstones, okay?
It happens.
Right?
The
It's just
foothold.
like the
Oh yeah.
Flintstones.
I'm gonna take my feet down and stop my Jeep.
Well, you could try, but
Right?
that may or may
Hey,
not
I
work.
might get rid of these horrible calluses that I have.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, it works good for that.
It would. It's
Listen, Apex, don't overthink the shit. Just fucking go full on redneck on the shit.
Yeah, make it work.
All
Do it and then done.
right.
and go. Get it to a stopping point and say, "That's good.
Yeah, you're
Good
right.
for my house."
I need to fix the structural stuff that I do need to
You
fix
do all
though
kinds of shit.
is on the frame. And what I
And
need to
it
do is
ain't gonna
take
happen.
like little quarter inch, thick plates and weld
I
them
swear, I
to
gotta get
round.
like some fucking redneck lessons or something.
Yeah, he just needs to see somebody do it. You
You
got
I
to be
do. That's what I need to do. I
You
need,
need to go to
see. I'm
redneck
used to
school.
shop. I'm used to shop, not backyard.
You've got to
Why
go to
don't you
redneck
just do your
school.
two favorite friends? This
You never
one's
seen
Bailey
nobody do
White,
it.
and this one's Duct Tape.
Duct tape and fucking baling wire. Fuck it.
What did Emerald? What'd you say, Emerald?
I said your two best friends are Duct Tape and Bailey Wire. Your second
Yep.
best
Duct
friends
tape and
are
baling
WD-40 and lithium grease.
Right.
But just
Now,
remember,
here's the funny part: is because what I have right now that's patched to the floorboard is old license plates that use self tapping screws from the bottom.
yeah,
There you go. Yeah. The problem with that is throwing some moisture in
It's
and
like
make
the Mad Max shit.
or if you're ever on the other side of
if
that,
you
that
had
shit
done
will
them on the
cut you
bottom
to shreds.
underneath, if you had done
Yeah.
them underneath, then the water wouldn't have came up and you wouldn't have continuing rust.
Yep. And that's the problem. That's why I started rusting out.
You did it inside floorboard instead of underneath the floorboard.
Yep.
That rust, man, is a serious issue, man. Just so you know,
Oh, I'll tell you what's even worse
I'm not a
than
metal guy though.
that road salt will eat the fuck out of your car.
Yep.
My buddy had
Oh,
the whole
tell me
ass end
about it.
fell off onto the rear end. Like the whole body fell off on the rear end because of
Oh
that.
wow.
Yeah, it was like a
Listen,
96 Jeep.
I live in Salt Lake City. Tell me about rust salt. Tell me all
Well, it
about it.
might not be that bad.
I'm sure.
That's why he likes fiberglass so much.
Oh yeah, well,
This
I'd
is why.
never work with. Never.
Fiberglass is my best friend.
Oh,
Never
I
work
know
with.
all about poor 15 skull. That shit's fucking insane.
I love the way that shit smells though.
That stuff will you could literally you could drill holes into a boat and then seal it with pour 15 and it'll still float without putting any water in.
Shit.
Yeah,
My boat is a
it's
floor
some
lamp,
industrial
so you're
strength
not gonna
shit.
put that much water in it.
It's so expensive though.
You gotta go. You gotta take some redneck classes.
My boat is a shelf now. Well, it's 4 shelves. I had an idea, and I wasn't sure, and so
See, you're right. I should have taken redneck classes, but instead I took island castaway classes. I can build a raft out of palm trees. I can make my own sail out of some shirts.
That's where you went wrong.
I
See,
wasn't
you're
sure.
right. That is where I went wrong.
I like the way this looks,
I
man.
wanted to become a
Yeah,
river pirate.
That does look good, Florida. That is crazy cool.
Is that a
It's
lamp?
solid, man.
Yeah.
It's a lamp.
Lord,
You just got to put a light to it now.
It does not have a
Right?
light yet. It's not technically a lamp.
See, I need to get myself a welder. This would solve a lot of issues. It's a
Hey.
little MIG welder.
You know what's going to solve your problems? You got to make it work however you got to do it. Don't buy that
true.
shit. Just make it work with what you got.
Yeah.
That's
And
right.
you start doing that little by little, and you'll open your mind up to more.
Right.
Yep.
Because I didn't think I could wire up a fucking truck better than they did it at the factory, but now I think I fucking damn sure
Yeah.
could, man, right here.
Yep.
Sitting on my ass. I think I can do it.
I think I've
I have
run
better
out of my
material.
warnings, by the way, for tail light out. I've told the cops now like 4 or 5 times that I've got a wiring issue that's causing my tail light to blow out when I've just been too lazy to unscrew the fucker and put a new one in. I think I ought to do that.
Probably
Run
80 pounds.
Switch all the way back to the light.
I'd guess 80 pounds, 70, 80 pounds.
All you got to do is make it work.
Yeah, that's it. It don't matter what it looks like. You ain't got to look at it if you don't want
Yeah.
to. Or if you got to look at it, at least make it, like me.
You might look ugly on the inside, but as long as it gets you by, you pass the cops.
Hey, Skull, how much did that wire feed from Harbor Freight cost you? That's something I might pick up if it's decent enough.
Oh, I used to hate Harbor Freight shit, but this engine hoist and stand lasted me 2 uses, and I'm.
Let me just tell you about their 75-pound fucking anvil. That thing actually broke on me. The horn broke off on me.
Dude, they don't. Well, I couldn't say, but
about $100. Nice. That's not too bad.
You want to know why it broke on you?
Because it was Harbor Freight and they have Chinesium.
No, because you didn't go full on redneck.
Full on redneck.
Well, with that said, I decided to say fuck Harbor Freight for anvils, and I ended up buying like a 150-year-old ferrying one that I use for knife making.
You know what I did?
Grind and resurfaced it.
I'll tell you what I did if you want to know.
Yeah.
I went and got me a piece of railroad track for free.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
That's some heavy shit.
That's
Lord. That's Saul, I still have my welding helmet from high school, bro. That thing still works.
That's my anvil is a piece of railroad track.
There you go.
I bet that motherfucker was an anvil.
Yes, John. Chinesium. It's the
I don't
cheapest
have a
metal
horn
you can possibly get.
I don't have a fancy horn. I don't have a horn like you were wanting, but I do have a couple of pieces of track that I got from a railroad. I can't even talk. Railroad guy.
Yeah.
For free. I got it for free.
See, I walk the railroad tracks around here, and I pick up the nails that have come out, and I turn those into knives.
But they don't have any extra track laying around.
I like that.
Yeah. There was one time I found an entire bucket full and swiped the entire bucket. So I'm not sure I was supposed to do that, but guess what? Fuck them. They can make more.
Yeah. So it seems like, to me at least, what you get for free is actually better than what you buy.
Yep.
It really is.
Yep, because you can alter it to fit your exact need or whatever, or let it run wild and let it do whatever it's going to do until you know what I mean? That's how
I got a bunch of free pallets, and I made some grow beds out of my pallets for growing, for my garden.
Yeah.
And
like raised beds?
Yep. And it's all free. It's all free.
There you go.
I didn't pay nothing. So
I found out that for growing green onions and garlic, you should really use a raised bed of some sort, because that shit is like super invasive.
And then after you do that, you go down and get your you build your bed, your box, whatever your box is, and then you go down and you get from a tree service, from one of these tree cutting companies, you get a bunch of wood chips. You get wood chips from them, and you build up your soil with that.
There you go.
So don't waste your time spending money on shit. Okay? Try to
Right.
do everything on the cheap.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
no,
all
I
I'm
hear
trying
you.
to say. I'm not trying to dog your ass or
Because
Oh,
anything
it'll
no, I
like
develop.
that.
understand. It's just, I don't know.
No,
For
you
me,
will
it's like
develop
if
more.
a job's worth doing, I feel like it's worth doing right the first
Listen,
time. You know what I mean?
you start thinking like that, and you
Well,
will
a lot of
develop.
these. Wait a minute. A lot of these Hoosier fixes are rooted in brilliance, and if done
Yeah.
properly and done correctly, rather than just half-assed,
Right.
they're actually quite brilliant repairs.
Okay.
Yes, that's correct. And
Well, then,
you,
like as far as like U joint and all the other mechanical stuff goes.
Yep. No,
It's always
everything.
best to do those by the book.
Yeah, those ones you gotta kind of do by the book.
dude, I don't use a torque wrench.
Some things like that.
That's
Yeah.
something I
That's
don't
how
use
serious
either.
I
I
take this
should.
shit. Each
Well,
fucking
the only thing I've actually used a torque wrench for is to put an oil pan back on.
So what all I'm trying to
Okay.
say is
Yeah,
try
exactly.
to do everything on the cheap. Free if possible. Try
Yeah.
to do everything
an oil
cheap.
pan is like the least torque
Luckily enough,
bolt
my dad
there
has a
will
business,
be
a
on a
commercial account with AutoZone, so parts are stupidly cheap.
yeah. Well, it's all
Yep.
different. You got to go by
Yeah.
feel.
I will be right back. I've munchies.
Calibrated arms. Calibrated arms.
But try to do everything on the cheap. You know?
Yeah.
Like
You,
your
well, you
palate.
start thinking like that, and then it'll expand more.
Yeah.
Yep.
Skull
Exactly.
says Florida's got calibrated arms, though.
Dude.
Stuff is gonna come to you like it's just gonna be drawn to you.
Yes, man. Just
Free
like that.
stuff. Free stuff.
I'll
It's-
invent stuff and like sketch it out.
Yeah.
And
You know, like your lamps and everything that you did. Everything just kind of came to you.
well, I had an idea and I wasn't sure, so I just put these two on there just to look at it, and I kind of think it looks cool.
It does.
I
Looks
usually
cool as hell.
It is cool.
You can put a little light. You can put a little light at every level.
well, see, that's the problem. I'm not like electricity guy.
You don't have to be. You already done more. You've done more crazy electricity than
Yeah, I can do it.
people have.
Yeah,
You can do
really
it.
want to figure out my switches, what I want to use for switches first. But I'm like,
telling you,
it's
use USB.
it's-
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Listen to me. I'm gonna make it easy for you. Use the USB technology LED lights.
Like battery had them strips.
They've got power strips for USB power strips that have switches for each and every light.
You know, I like them ones that battery showed that were.
Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find one thing. I'll show you. I think I got one over here.
Because I'm telling you, I don't need 120 fucking volts
No.
for this thing.
All
Or
you need,
anything, but
if you got LEDs,
I don't. I do, but not.
that's real low voltage.
Yeah, I mean, that is some cool shit.
All you need is USB. And look at this. This is what I was talking about. This is a USB power strip. Each one of the slots has a switch. You can turn off each and every slot independently. And there's 8 sockets on them.
Wow.
Okay?
Right.
And all it does is it plugs in a USB power adapter.
Okay.
Yep.
5 volts.
Right.
And
Or
you can
5.3 maybe.
power all the little lights, and they can have all their individual switches. And you can set this at chair arm height.
Yep. I can do that so easy, man. I can do that.
Right. That's what I'm trying to say. And all you have to do, you can even epoxy this unit to the lamp.
or even Bluetooth it.
Wow.
Bluetooth a switch. Click, click.
Well, I don't know about Bluetooth set, but I know you can charge. You can turn each and every light up on that lamp. You can put multiple lights on, one on every level, one to the ceiling, and you can do it all from. And you can have it all switched with this unit right here.
What if I had a rechargeable battery somewhere where I could just plug it in the USB or like USB to run that?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, like a, you know what? You could do a tractor, like a tractor riding tractor mower lighter, battery, or an ATV battery, and you could charge that little thing with like a battery charger, normal battery charger, and then put a cigarette lighter outlet on, put in one of those USB adapter plugs, and then plug this into that, and then you got all the power you need, and it could be actually independent if you wanted.
Okay. I didn't know I could just tie into that like that because it's all 5.3 volts, isn't it? At the most.
5 volt. But yeah, it's all 5 or 3 volt. They got 3 volt series and 5 volt series stuff. Yep. But this is a 5 volt capable, so you can plug in lessers. Look at you, Mr. Food.
I'll worry about a light at the end.
That doesn't look like a glass of water.
This does.
That does.
I'm
I
building
got
technically
2
a
hot
light.
dogs and a goldfish.
I'll worry about the light part later.
Now these are only a few bucks. You can get these for like $4 a piece on eBay or something.
And that would be like in concept a bus bar for USB ports, right?
It's more like a.
I mean, like the concept, not technically, but
think of this as a switch panel.
It would be like a
breaker box.
You know, you could plug in like always hot.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. But these things are cool as hell. I got them because I had so many USB devices to charge and stuff like that when I was running my office.
It's pretty simple, you know, just
right. And I would have headsets and phones and tablets and you know, all kind. I had headphones and microphones and stuff. All needed to be charged because they were independent operation stuff. But they all plugged in and charged off a USB. And I didn't want to have them all on all the time. I just needed to have them on. I wanted them on.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yep. I know what you're talking about.
And this worked out beautifully.
I didn't know they even had that.
I got one like this one with 8. I've also got them with 4. I've got like 2 or 3 of them. Just only 4 sockets on them.
Man, that's a hell of a good idea, man.
That's what I was trying to tell you before about these things, man. Like these are badass. See, each one of those sockets, look, each one of those sockets got a switch.
Yeah.
So you can turn them off and on independently. And that's what I was saying. You put this a little higher up than armchair height, and you can control all the light. You can put a light on every level and one towards the ceiling.
Okay, now I have all kinds of switches that I've pulled out of. I've got toggle switches and shit that, you know.
Right. You could, you know.
John, are you going to make me hate myself for looking up the Glizzy Challenge? Just want to know. Well, I'm about to look it up while we're on this.
Hey, me and John Swan was talking about
Yeah, but that avoids you having to do any extra wiring. All you got to do is wire in a cigarette lighter adapter, a socket from a car.
So
and then put that USB adapter into it. And if you wanted to make it independent, you could put a battery in the base.
Where'd you buy it?
You know, that's what I might do is that because, you know, I think I can make it all hidden where you wouldn't know how the fuck to turn it on, but you would once you saw it, you know.
Right.
It's kind of cool. I think, you know, Oh,
You can get these in black. They come in black and white. So you can
kind of like
I
a
got
table.
them. Huh?
It's kind of like a table.
Right. I
What's
put a
top?
light on every level. I put a light on every level.
That would be cool.
Yep. And
Cool,
then I
man.
put one facing the ceiling so it lit up the ceiling.
You know, I had an idea, and I was like, man, let me just stick it up there and look at it and see what it looks like. But I couldn't. I didn't have any all thread rod that was long enough. I only had one, so I got 2 more 4-foot all thread rods right here, just to run these through, just to hold it there.
Right. Right.
Yeah, that kind of looks cool, man. I kind of like that.
It does. It looks cool as hell.
Shit. Sometimes I don't know if it's gonna look all right or not. I put one on there and it looked like shit.
Right.
You know, and I said, "Uh-oh, I sunk $15 in hardware for a fucking pile of shit." No, I don't care. I'll use all thread rod somewhere. All I can do is fucking build it solid. Cool. Glad y'all like it. Just make sure you lock the front difference off for her. Man, I gotta step outside and water the bushes, man.
Yeah, we're gonna have to bring her down, man.
Yeah, John, I'm all good on that. I don't think I'm gonna do the glizzy challenge. I just watched a couple fuck ups, man. Fuck
I
that
need
shit.
I need to hit the hay. I got a busy day tomorrow.
All right,
So
sounds good.
Well,
I gotta build 8 more coolers.
I can't find no fucking drinking buddies, man.
Wiz, how
I
much
gotta
are
stay-
those coolers, bro?
You do.
I was selling them for 120 apiece.
I don't consider myself an artist,
I'm gonna
though.
have to buy one off you.
That kind.
We'll see what happens.
Right. I gotta make sure I got all the pieces, the drain
Right.
plugs, the gas rods, and all that jazz. So it takes a while to get those gas rods in because they have to be ordered.
Right.
And sometimes it takes a while to get those in. But I think I've got enough for about 10 or 12 coolers. So we'll see. But yeah.
Oh, man. Ghost took off already.
Oh shit. All right, man.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the hay too.
Yeah, it's about that time. It's 1:00, 1:15 here.
That's 12:15 here, so I'm
I'll
like,
sit here and drink by myself.
all right, guys. God bless you all. Thank you for hanging out, bringing up the show, and Florida, always a good conversation. Bill was a big contributor tonight. Thank you, Carpenter Patriot, Skulldrazer, Miriam, John Sua. God bless you guys. I thank God for each and every one of you each and every day. Andy, Carpenter, Huckleberry, Colonel Shaw. Salute.
Well, Emerald, that sure is giving us the benefit of the doubt.
That's right. Every day. Every day.
Florida, you're gonna fuck it up for everyone, bro.
I know, right? But and all those people that haven't chimed in, I hope you enjoyed the show, and I hope you feel strong enough to contribute to the conversation one day. And thank you.
Lurkers, we salute you.
Oh, wait. Goldrazer says Streamlink, he'll talk with me. Goldrazer says he'll pop up and hang out with me. And then you guys can leave it running. We can just exit out, right?
Oh, yeah.
And the stream will be ended. Dude, me and Battery were fucking solving the world's problems one night.
Getting trashed, right?
I was accurate, though. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
Matter.
Claude.
Why?
Hey.
I'm not a lurker.
Oh,
Rock on.
Goldfish. The snack smile is back.
Right. Holy shit, that's awesome. Well,
All right, guys.
You're not supposed
I'm
to
off.
eat those
Have a
big
good
boogers
night.
like that.
Sweet dreams.
all right, Skull.
Oh
So-
no, Skull, what are you
Well-
doing?
What's
I don't know what I'm doing, man.
Hey, you're looking blue and round, man. Nice
You are.
job. You're floating in the air. Cool.
Looks like it's a planet.
It's flat Earth.
Yeah.
It's a picture of flat Earth.
We know it's you. You ain't got to show us your face. We know who it is.
Good guys. Talk with you later.
Right
Rock
on.
on. You guys have a great night. Dream well, Patriots.
Yeah, Claude caught me in a dream well, man. No, you dream well.
It don't feel like it right now, but we are winning. All right. God
There's
bless you.
something in
Yeah, we're zoning.